Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and welcome to the stream. Today we are doing the part 3 of Krrish rewrite and let me know everything is alright in the chat. We have two people, two likes. Thank you for that. And no worries. Today we'll have more guests better than the last time. And again, before we start, we are not dissing about the original film. We know they have their limitations, they have a lot of other things to keep in mind while writing a film. We don't have that, and we'll be just free of it. Be creative and make a better film. Try to make a better film. Just the screenplay, not the shooting part and all. Varun Saxena, don't say that late. I'm not late. I am on time. Guys, I'm on time. So do let me know in the chat, guys, how's everything going? I'll just see from my end everything is alright. Hi Joel D'Souza, how are you? How are you? Everything good, thank you. Joel, I couldn't watch a movie today. Hi Ankit Kumar Singh, thank you for joining. And today we are getting into characterization. So there's a lot of input you guys need to give us. So I'm sure you guys are ready for it. Ankit Kumar Singh has been following the series for a long time. And yeah, Joel, I couldn't watch any movie. So the last film I watched was Marathi movie Nal. The review will be out by tomorrow maybe, and it's an amazing film. I will recommend it to anyone. So yeah. Other than that, I think my next movie will be Amen. After Amen, actually I have a list. I'll show you the list. Uh, okay, not this one, not this one also. Yeah, so next is Amen, after that Premam, after that Tithi, after that Maheshinte Pratikaram, then Aranya Kandam, and then Mumbai Police. For this month, that is the list. Apart from that, some other films which I'll not be reviewing directly, I'll talk about at the end of the month. That is separate. I'll just let you guys in. Okay, guys,
Also,
you're on stream, okay? Remember that.
dude, you look really buff.
Me?
Yeah, you've been working on something. You kind of look buff. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's a compliment I got. Thank you,
Dude,
guys. Guys in the
Of
chat,
course.
let me know if you guys can hear them. Uh, wow.
dude,
Oh, Mumbai Police. Yes, I'll be
Joshua,
watching Mumbai Police,
Yeah, hi.
Joel. Ankit Kumar Singh, when
dude,
you
Nona
review
Prince has
Andakulam.
been
Dude,
training.
Andakulam didn't get enough
Sorry?
votes, so I have to delay it because I have to. Then there's no point of putting out that poll, so I have to do that. Shahib Salim says, "Can you watch Adventures of Omen Kattan? Is an underrated movie of Asif Ali. Is it a Malayalam movie?
Omina Kuttan.
Okay,
Omina Kuttan.
okay. Sure, man. Sure, I'll add it to the list, but it will be very, at the bottom. So I'm sorry for that. I have a lot of movies to watch before that. So yeah, guys, are we ready?
No, I just want to start this off by saying that Joshua said, now you're looking very buff.
Yeah.
Joshua, do you know the reason behind that?
No.
Jim?
He's training to take over from Hrithik Roshan and Krrish 4.
Oh, of course.
That's the only reason.
I
That's
think
the
I
most-
think I'll be much suited for the flying jet. uh, yeah, guys, thank you for coming, and let's get into Krish 3.
Okay.
Now, what was I gonna say before that? Okay, I just go through the document, whatever we have been through. So first we went part 1, the good and bad. Then last time, Joshua, you were not there. Varun, you were not there. You were joining in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah,
I
it was
hope you
me-
guys
it
went
was
through
with
what
me and
we did
Nona.
last time.
I went through
Joshua?
your whole file, the node file, and saw like what the main points were.
Okay. So we went through a lot of ideas, and there's still some ideas we need to talk about. Joshua, you need to, if you want to add some more points, we are open for it. But we ended the last live stream on this Rohit sacrifice. Should Rohit die or should Rohit not? And what are your
It was
take
like
on
a
this?
cliffhanger. It was a cliffhanger moment.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Part 4. I feel like he should. You. I don't know. Like from what I read, I feel he could do it as
As
he dies, like because I feel like he should, because like the new, like the rest of his life goes on to what his son has become now. Like it's all about Krish's life, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's
So I feel like his arc should be over. Like his arc should be over. He sacrifices and all that stuff like that.
Okay,
Life is beginning as like, you know, the main person, the main responsible one, and everything like that.
okay, makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah, because it like, you know, improves him to be better in different aspects of life and everything.
Okay, makes sense, makes
Yeah.
sense. Varun?
yeah. I think even in the original film, the part where he sacrifices, that was good. It could have been, of course, improved, but I just think, yeah, again, like how Joshua said that we want this film series to be about Krish mainly. So I think for that, I guess it is kind of important that we have to, kill him off.
Okay. So I had actually put out a
I don't think
poll.
like if there was any way to keep him alive, I think that's also fine. But if we are killing him, I'm fine with that also.
Yeah. I think last time Manoj was in favor of keeping him alive. Right, Manoj?
No, we were in a very conflicting stage. I'm trying to remember why we were feeling so conflicted. I was
Okay.
initially I said that we should kill him off.
I mean,
But
it's a.
towards the end, I think you told Nona said something which made me think that okay, maybe we should not kill him off. But I don't remember what you said.
I mean, for like, I feel like, you know, if you keep him, it's like it's kind of like a nice thing also. But like normally in film or you know in any superhero list, you know, it's kind of like a norm. You know, it's like or for any person for that matter.
Yeah.
Like if you
I
lose someone,
I
if you lose someone
yeah
like really precious to you, right?
Yeah.
You'll always see the sacrifice. You'll always be like, you'll aim to be better. You'll try to like either be in their footsteps, not necessarily in their footsteps, but you'll always like promise them to be better. You know, you're doing everything for them. You know, like
Yeah.
because they sacrifice for whatever. So you always think like in that term, you know, you
Yeah.
eventually become like better for basically for them and for yourself also.
Yeah. I think
It's like you,
uh,
even I
I
had
think last yeah, I think last time the main reason why we thought that we shouldn't kill him was because of the fact that we thought that, his character could go on to play an important role in the future installments. But I
yeah.
think killing him off now would improve this film, but keeping him alive might give some interesting stories for the future installments. So we have to sort of
yeah.
pick between
Yeah,
those two, I
that's
think.
also true.
Yeah.
But then it also depends on like what stories, right? Because in Krish, like
Yeah.
it's like it was kind of like uh it's like the story that they put was almost like at the end, like okay, this guy had a kid, like I mean a clone, and
Yeah, he had
like
a kid
I
off.
mean he's already old now and all that. I mean
Yeah.
like what more stories can you do? If it would be different if he was
Mm.
a little bit younger and stuff like that.
Yeah. True that. That's one of the
So if
point. That's one
that's
of the
the
point.
case, yeah. So if that's the case, then fair enough. Go for it. Like you can keep him alive. But like he's already old now. It's kind of like pointless like to keep prolonging that and all because
True, true.
nobody really wants to like watch that if you're going to keep
And
prolonging it and all that.
yeah, and it eases the pressure on Hrithik Roshan also in the future installments. Like he doesn't have
Yeah.
to do both the roles.
But
Mm.
remember last time
I mean
someone,
Nona. Sorry. I didn't mean Hrithik Roshan. I meant Nona Prince
remember
in the
last time
future
someone
installment.
told us in the chat that they are planning to, the son at the end of the film. In Krish 4, he will be played by
Oh yeah,
Ritik
I think
himself.
I think I only told you that.
Really? I don't think
They
so.
were no in the first
No,
scene they're actually in, I mean like Hrithik Roshan said that I don't know if it's true though, but he made a statement that saying that he will like he's going to do a double role as a son also.
Okay.
so Nona Prince is going to do a double role in the next movie.
Yeah.
So
My
just
God.
just have to let you guys know that none of your reasons matter because people decided he'll die or not.
So
Okay. So this is the poll I did, and 78% people said he should die. We need to kill this guy.
So it's
Yes.
kind of in consensus with what we are
Yeah,
talking today.
it also makes sense. The talking about the age. He's been in three films. We have already seen his three lives.
Hmm.
Like his
Yeah.
if you divide his life in three parts, you've seen his life. You know, so
Yeah,
like
we
and
saw
he
him being a student. We saw him being a teenager. We saw him being
yeah
a paralyzed person.
yeah
And we
yeah
saw him becoming old father. So,
yeah. So
we
in
covered
this
all
Yeah.
bases, I
in
guess.
this film we see his older part. It's finally
Yeah.
he's like a
Yeah.
acclaimed scientist. He's finally getting recognition for what he is. You know, so I think it's enough for him. It's time for him to rest and the mantle to pass on to Krish. I think one of the things we discussed that he was on a backseat Krish, and it was more about Rohit. So
Hmm.
it's time for him to come into the picture and Rohit to say goodbye. And that also motivates Krish to go ahead, right? To remember
Yeah.
something, he lost something. Like the
Yeah.
baggage of this film will always remain with him.
Yeah.
I think this makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, just Varun and Joshua. I'm sure you both have went through this.
Hmm.
So do you want to add
Hmm.
something to all of these ideas? Something you have?
Yeah.
Let me know. And
No,
about
no,
which
no.
character?
Yeah.
I feel all of these are
No,
okay.
I think a better question would be which all points don't you want in this? Because we were talking complete
Yeah.
rubbish
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, so like anything, yeah, of course, before getting into characterization, you have to highlight which point you want to keep and which point we cannot keep everything. There are different things we are dealing here. Like even Chris, you're talking about, we want to keep him new to the world, but a lot of points are like if we are making a Chris 2, but we are making a Chris 3 where some things we have to leave off and some things we have to keep.
Hmm.
So, and I think
Hmm.
Priya is something we didn't even talk much, and I think we need to develop more of her. Any ideas for Priya? I think one of that she needs to be a strong personality. I think I'll add it here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Priya.
see, like the Zack Snyder movies, the DC movies, they have a lot of problems. But one element which I like is how they've depicted Lois Lane. Like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
not at the end of BVS when she like throws a spear, then again goes to take it, and not those nonsense scenes, but the scenes in the starting and stuff like that. Where she's like, I'm not a lady, I'm a journalist. That kind of vibe and that kind of characterization.
For
I think
me,
that would be great.
for me, even that spear thing worked. To
It
be
didn't work
honest,
for me.
to be honest.
I was like, what is
Yeah.
she
It didn't
doing?
work.
I mean, dude, I like BBS. I like BBS, but that did not work for me.
Okay. Yeah, what else? Like Priya is a reporter. That is, established. So
Yeah.
what does a reporter bring on? Like, we are sticking to that Kaya thing, no, that she goes to redemption. That means Priya will get abducted. So in the film we see that she's very scared there and just crying and all of that. Instead of that, I want to say she is shocked in the beginning. She doesn't know what to do, but she takes a stand. Like I'll not tell you.
Yeah.
Like she's
I would
strong.
I would also like her to like escape, like try to escape one,
Yeah.
like by
Or
using her
if
like
not,
Hmm.
like try to get
Information.
word to Krrish. Yeah. Try to
yeah,
get
something like
word to
that,
Krrish.
something
Something
like like some initiative from her side.
Yeah.
yeah. But other than that, like you can't really. I mean, I can't think of
It's still
anything
Krish's
for
movie. So I mean, we
yeah,
can't
so I
give her a
can't think
lot
of
of.
anything
Yeah.
for a secondary
Yeah.
character.
And I think we talked about
Or
relationship.
we should make a spin-off movie called Priya,
No.
where she's like a journalist. It's like regular, it's like office stuff and stuff like that, And then maybe she goes on an investigation mission. Dude, that sounds awesome. We should make that.
Okay. Bad joke, Manoj, bad joke. Yeah, so I was talking about relationship between them should be a struggle. Like, so I think Joshua is the one who is not single. Like, I mean, not single, he has, what I
Oh,
say,
okay.
he has experiences. So I think he should help us, build up a relationship which has issues. Not just that, oh, you don't love me, you don't have time. Not that. That is just too simplistic. I'm talking about real issues between two partners.
Yeah.
So I think that I want Joshua to help us when we start writing that.
Yeah.
So I think that pretty much makes Priya. She helps develop Krishna. She's a strong personality. She takes initiative. She's not a damsel in distress. and the relationship adds something to the story. Like I don't want the relationship. Oh, they are married. That's it. No, I don't want that. I want some struggle between them. I think last time we talked about them not getting enough time to be together, and it's not like that anyone is complaining, but there's always back of mind you think like, oh, I'm not getting time. And when the boy, like the child comes, it always there'll be
Actually, I
moments.
have a perfect example for this actually,
Okay,
but like I think we'll talk about that when I actually. Wait, what are we doing today though? The rewriting? Are we still
characterization.
doing?
We're doing
Okay.
characterization.
I mean, do you want me to talk about it? Like,
Let it out, Jay. Let it out.
We can
Let it out, John.
wait for it. Like I'm just putting out ideas. So if you want to add to the idea, that's great. But if you want to get into writing, we'll talk about it later. Let's not
Oh,
get
it's
into
fine.
it right
Then.
now.
Let's just go to the writing then.
I feel like there was so much build up to that we need to hear it now.
No, now
Yes.
now everyone will come next week. No, now everyone will come next week. That's a good thing. We have something. We have
Stay
hooked the
tuned for the
audience.
next episode.
Now we're
Stay
just
tuned for the
becoming a CW show now.
Joel D'Souza
I
says more superhero in the universe at the end. I have a very good idea, Joel. We'll talk about it, and I think we are planning to build it to make it a universe with more superheroes. Do let me
See,
know
I
what
think-
other superheroes you want.
I think what they should do is at the end of the movie, the skies become red and Flash comes over and he's like, a crisis is coming and
No, Manoj, no. We can, do rewriting the CW Flash.
dude, I want to rewrite Crisis on
We can do that on your
so
channel, We can do that on channel.
yeah, I guess. Jay doesn't watch those shows though.
I do
We'll
not
make
want to
him.
rewrite Flash.
We'll
I'm
make
so
him.
sick of that.
We can do that, man. Yeah, so continuing ahead. So we are coming to characterization. You can see the document, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't see
So-
Varun. That's the only problem.
Where is Varun? Varun not here.
I think Varun, he had to go, so I think he left. He'll join us
Okay.
later. He had
I
some
think he got
important work.
offended. He got offended by the CW idea. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, he hates CW. Yeah, guys. So we are into
I'm not really surprised, sir.
what?
What? You heard me.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear it.
Should I continue?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So guys, we are at characterization today, and I believe that people talk about we should write the plot first or the characters first, and I feel that we should write characters first because that eliminates the part where we feel some characters are doing something forcefully so that the plot moves ahead, and I complain about that every damn time in most of my reviews. So you guys know that if you watch my reviews, that's it. So that's
I
my
didn't know that.
so that's one of my issue with a lot of films, and I think writing those characters first and making them so like we know them so well that when we put them in a situation in the plot, when they make a decision, we understand that that character will make
It
that
feels
decision.
organic
Yeah.
to the plot.
And
Feels
it's not like
organic.
we are forcing those characters to know. The characters aren't like that, but they do this so the plot can move ahead. And with that, that can
Understood.
also help us to see where the plot goes, because if maybe
And also like build their arcs.
yeah, maybe we
when you
we
know
are
the characters
stuck,
well.
or maybe we want something else, but the character will not do that, and maybe we go to a different tangent altogether.
Yeah.
So that
True,
was
true.
the point.
I get that. I get that. Yeah.
So the first thing we'll talk about Krishna or Krish. So we have three things about him: personality traits, flaws, and beliefs. So personality trait.
I think personality traits we didn't agree on last time. I think you wanted to make him a bit of an intro.
No,
and I was like, no.
let's wait for that. I just want to say something. What is the difference between three is that personality traits are something which is always will be with those characters. That doesn't change over time. It's not like like being hopeful. He is being hopeful. That can change some with a certain incident, but that's his personality that stays with him for a longer time. Flaws are something which of course flaws are flaws. You understand flaws, and beliefs are something that can change, that can quickly change. I believe in something, but something happened. No, I don't believe in anymore. Like T'Challa in Black Panther, he believes that protecting Wakanda from the world is a safe option, but over the film he understands no, it's not the right way. So that is beliefs. So beliefs change, but personality traits don't. So that's the basic difference between that. And flaws, there are flaws. There are some flaws which do take time to go away, and then there are flaws which they can go by in a smaller time. So yeah, guys, I was talking about personality traits, flaws, and beliefs. So let's go into our ideas. You can see this screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So let's see what point we want to keep and what we don't.
There are no points right now, so.
No, I changed the screen. You cannot see it.
No, I can see.
Okay, maybe let me just check one more time.
Okay.
I'll just see it from the live stream. It's fine.
Okay. I'm sure there's very less delay. Okay, Shala is also a good movie. What's the story of Shala? Like brief, don't spoil it. So yeah, guys. So what part do you want to keep? Chris, do you want to keep it? He's an upcoming hero and not experienced. We can keep
I think that element is needed.
Yeah, we can. We can keep that part where he saves everyone. He brings that cure.
The plane. Yeah.
So that time he becomes like really big. Everyone gets to know who he is and all of that, which can be used, for him. In the film also they made a statue. He'll not make a statue, but that time he'll come into the mainstream news and around the world he'll be known as someone like that saved. We can do that.
Can we still keep that cheesy song, the dance song?
No, Manoj.
Please, no.
No. No. Even that Kangna Ranaut song, which they're in the desert and all of that, that's an imagination. I can still believe it. Like, I'm okay with that, okay? I get it, it's an imagination. But that song, everyone with the band and, everyone choreo... No, that's not happening here.
That's an amazing song, man.
We can have a montage instead of that.
We need to have a montage. Like
Yeah.
my favorite montage is in this movie, which is not very good overall. But in Amazing Spider-Man 2, there's this montage of Spider-Man like saving few people, like in his daily life.
Really, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Homecoming did a better job.
Homecoming did, but I particularly like Amazing Spider-Man 2's montage because it's really funny. Like he's like in the pharmacy, he's very sick. Like it shows how he is in daily life. I don't know. Like for me, Homecoming is a much better movie than Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
But I really like that montage of Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I really wish they do something like that instead of just having a scene where he just saves one kid who's like dangling off electrical lines, trying to save a bird.
Yeah.
Who probably deserves to die. I mean, I'm not saying anything else, but
Okay. Ankit Kumar Singh is in the chat. He's spitting fire on you. Amazing Spider-Man movie sucks. I agree with you, bro.
yeah, I know. I do agree with people who say that, but I like that montage scene a lot, and I do like Andrew Garfield, but
Okay.
we can't do anything.
Yeah.
That's a
So
topic for another day.
so we all agree on this. Next point is his anxiety and runs away, like that introvert nature. When
I
he's
don't-
faced by so many people, like he's not sure what to do. Josh?
Joshua would be like
Yeah,
the breaker here. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like he should be an introvert. Or let the chat say like if he should
Like
be an
not
introvert.
not just totally introvert, like he cannot even talk to people, but he doesn't know how to act in
See,
front
I'll
of so
say
many
that
people.
he's not an. It's not like he's an introvert. Like he has his own group of friends. It's just that once he's in public, he's not that
Not
social.
not even
He
public.
hasn't-
Not even I'm not saying even public. I'm saying where he's in the limelight, because he's Krrish. Everyone is looking at him, taking pictures, and
Yeah.
military comes like he doesn't know how to act.
Okay.
That's my point. I'm not saying he's introvert, like he cannot talk to people and all, but considering
Oh no, I don't
he,
think. I don't think
he has
should-
been living, in a town where his grandmother shielded him from everything,
Yeah.
and of course he went to Singapore. He experienced that, but again, we can also
I
say
feel
that
like,
after putting the mask, he's more free. He feels more free. That is
That's a
of
bit
course
like
the
Batman,
case.
I guess.
That is of course the case.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just a little bit. I get what you're saying.
I'm
I
not
think
saying
that makes
throughout the
sense.
film is that, but he is uncomfortable around. He's not sure what
People,
like.
yeah. I think the problem we're having is that because in Chris 3 was depicted so differently,
Yeah.
like we now have to imagine him in a very different way. Like
Yeah,
you have to
so
imagine
he's
Hrithik
so
Roshan being, and a
strong
hard
and
thing to
everyone is
imagine.
cheering for him and he's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
thumbs up, and
hard
he
thing to
leaves.
imagine. Like,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, that's the only
Hmm.
issue. But I mean, I when you're like reasoning it like that, I can understand. And I think someone in
Joel
the chat also said that
Joel raises
he
a
was
good point that he was an introvert kind of a character in Krish also.
Krrish also. Yeah.
So we can either
Hmm.
continue that he is
No,
little.
was he true? Like, he was. Remember that the travel group sort of came like with Priyanka Chopra and stuff like
Yeah,
that, and
yeah.
he was pretty readily mingling with them, right? I mean, that's how I remember it. I might be remembering it wrong, though.
No, that because he saved him, right? You remember when people see him
Yeah,
climbing and everyone is shouting and he just runs away?
Yeah.
yeah, I
There is
guess.
more because they saw him, moving like that. But also he was shy with Priya. He doesn't know what to do with her.
True, true, true.
So my point, is like if I consider a character in MCU, someone like Mark Ruffalo, maybe like not Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner.
Right.
Like Bruce Banner,
E-
I think he's too much. Not Bruce Banner. Let's think of someone else.
I feel like Chris Evans is a good one, right? Because he also is. He's not exactly, and like he's not someone who like likes the limelight that much.
Yeah. But it's not that he's uncomfortable with
Bro,
it.
he was
He's
the
like,
Yeah, I
military
feel like
leader. Like he was
yeah,
commanding his
he's
troops. So I
been in
don't
the
think with that goes with
exactly.
him.
I would say
no, but I would say like in Captain America 1,
technically,
like maybe
technically,
that.
Tom Holland, Spider-Man. If you think about it, he wasn't really, you know, being on camera and stuff like that. I mean, he's still like really nervous and stuff. Okay, he's not like he won't act all superhero-ish and all that. He'll just be like like a normal teenage kid.
Who am I talking about?
Tom Holland, like
Spider-Man,
Peter Parker.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Peter
But
Parker.
I feel like he likes the limelight, right? Kind of, a little bit.
He does. He does. As
Yeah, but
Spider-Man. As Spider-Man.
yeah, as Spider-Man. But he still doesn't know how to act.
We
in
have a
front.
suggestion from the chat. Ankit Kumar Singh says Netflix Daredevil is great. I don't know if he's
Oh,
talking
dude,
about
it's
the
amazing.
TV show. Of course, the TV show is amazing. I'm talking about
Obviously, it's
is he
Netflix,
Yeah.
right?
is he referencing the
Dude.
character of Matt Murdock? I think
No,
don't
I
think
don't
Matt
think so.
Murdock was an introvert kind of actor. He was quite, because he was acting as a blind person.
Hmm.
He was like easy to talk, and because he's making statements in code that Krishna cannot do that anytime.
Yeah.
He's not the one who make big dialogues in front of people. That's not him. He's a
Just
person
being,
who talks with his actions.
yes.
This
Yeah, I
is now
mean,
okay. So what are we doing? This is like, okay, chat. Let us know. You want to keep him little silent and quiet person, or normally like what they did in Krish 3? Let us know, chat. Ankit, Joel, just say yes or no. Just type yes or no. We go with him being little introvert, or he's okay. Waiting for the chat. By the time we'll go to the next point. Uh, yeah, him dealing with the fallback. I think this was Jay's idea.
yeah, Jay doesn't like Nona now. That's why he didn't come for the chat.
Uh, because I know what's the reason. Ankit Kumar Singh says yes. Joel says quite. Okay, yeah, he also agrees. So I think we should stick with it. He is a little introvert. Let's type it out. And that will be a personality trait. That because it happened in the first film also. Guys, then let's move on to his. So you can stick with this point. Yeah. Then motivation of Krrish. What drives him? So we had multiple reasons for that. His father, or maybe he has his power, so he wants to use it responsibly. We were
I mean,
thinking,
like what drives him is mainly to save or protect as many people as possible, right?
no, but
Like the
what is
drive.
driving that? He's
What do you mean?
protecting people. Like he goes out
Okay.
on his time, his life. He's putting it online
Mm-hmm.
to save people. What is his motivation? Is it he doing for he feels good
Yeah.
about it? He's doing because he believes in that aspect that yes, I need to save people. Is it because
I
he
feel
feels
like
he has a
I feel
regret
like
that in
I feel like
Or he just likes
he
watching
has
his
certain.
jacket go like,
yeah,
flowy.
Yes.
that can also
Maybe that's
motivation.
what it is.
I feel like it's because, or at least this is how I would portray my character. It's like because he's been given a gift. Not
Yeah,
many people has it. I feel like it
yeah,
should. He thinks that
Yeah.
since he has that, he should use it for good. Not to get any benefits out of it or anything like that. But it's to be used to help people who cannot help themselves.
yeah,
Mainly because he can do it. He
yeah.
can do things that no one else can do, or no ordinary people can do. So it's like
So it's a
he
bit like
has,
Spider-Man.
yeah, but like, yeah, he has the abilities to help them. I
No, but
mean,
Yeah.
not
Spider-Man,
necessarily.
Spider-Man also learns that, right?
Yeah,
That great power comes
learns
great
that.
responsibility.
Hmm,
But if we look at Krish, like we have to fall back on Krish because that's our, Bible,
yeah.
because that's where he was established.
Yeah.
So in that, he wants to go out and meet people, but his grandmother doesn't want that. She wants to hide him and protect him because what happened to his son. So he always had that urge to, go out. And he has that goodness. The goodness goes into the family. The way he's
Yeah.
raised about it, or his morals
Yeah.
are very clear. So
Yeah.
in Krish, when he finally, he has to save people, he takes that mask to protect his ID and just to save people because he can. I think that's a good, the way Joshua said it also, that he has those powers, so he needs to use that for the goodness of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did we like did I imagine this or did we like talk about like a father-son discussion about this?
Yeah, we
Like
talked
the
about it. We
role.
talked about
Yeah.
it. But that again goes to, that Krish 2 thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
True.
the whole father-son thing, like how they did it in a film, right? Like it should stay, like there has to
Yeah.
be, like, I think we spoke about this. I mean, the time when I was there on the first team, like
The
there has to be
legacy.
that real no there has to be that realization that with on par with this only, this topic, that what is the driving motivation for him.
Yeah.
It's like that has to be on par with this also, that's saying that he cannot save everybody, but
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
or whoever he can save, he will always like
Yeah.
try to.
We were thinking of, a scene like in Man of Steel where his dad, Jonathan Kent, doesn't allow Superman to save him.
Hmm.
So something, like a regret he had that he couldn't save
I
someone
never
while
liked
in his
that scene.
childhood.
I never liked
That
that
actually
scene.
made no sense. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah, I feel like I understood what they were trying to do, but it didn't quite land for me. Even in Man of Steel, so I'm not sure how it would land in this also.
No, I'm not saying like a person very attached to him. Not that. I'm saying maybe he was at that in a hill station. Someone, something crashed down, and he could go and save them, but he had to show himself. But his
Hmm.
grandmother
So this
didn't
is
allow
like
that.
a flashback scene you're
Yeah,
talking about.
flashback scene. You know how we'll have
Okay.
flashback scenes that establish our villain. I think we also need to
Yeah.
have a flashback scene that backs up what he's doing today. I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
like
Okay.
sometimes it happens that we are
So a bit
focused
like
so much on the
Arrow, a
villain.
bit like Arrow.
Yeah, kind. Nah, not
Mhm.
Arrow. Arrow was very different.
I don't
Like,
feel like I mean,
I
me
don't think it's
personally, I don't
needed
think you
though.
need a flashback,
Yeah.
especially if it's a movie. I mean, maybe a certain childhood flashback or something like that, maybe 4 or 5 scenes of it, but I wouldn't say like a lot.
no, that only 5 6 only that we'll not even show what tragedy happened. We'll just
Hmm.
show that someone comes, a boy comes running to him and he says, "Oh, that is happening there," and all, and he runs, tries to go there, and his grandmother calls him, and he's like, "No, I have to go. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can help."
Hmm.
And she's like, "No." And then we see when then we show he just goes to that place after everything had happened, and he sees the crash or maybe some blood or something like that, and he feels like he just punches a wall or punches a stone, something like that.
No,
I'm not fully on board with this. I'm a little bit
That's all right. That's all right.
it's fine.
yeah, I'm not sure
Okay,
about
okay,
this.
wait. I feel like we're going off topic.
Yeah, I think we are on topic itself, but I feel like that. See, it doesn't feel like an organic way of establishing his motivations. It feels like we're just trying to
Okay,
like fit
I
in
see that.
something.
I see that. I see that. So Joel
Yeah.
says he never wanted to gain anything from his powers, like when Priya brought him to Singapore. What
Hmm.
happened?
Oh, actually, yeah, I kind of almost forgot about that. But yeah. Hello?
Yeah, and
Hello, hello.
in a
Guys,
way,
can you
we
hear
kind
me?
of had it in the
Yeah,
surface
yeah,
and
we
stuff
can,
like that, where
yeah.
he did put on the mask to save everyone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So
again, what he's saying, I think we have talked about it previously that he's not doing it to be a hero. Like he's not trying to be a big hero for people. He's just trying to save
Yeah.
people.
true.
I think that's his
Yeah.
pure motivation
And you
to
see, I
save
feel
people.
like yeah, and I feel like the arc in this movie could be that he realizes that while that was his initial motivation, he sort of realized that he's sort of becoming the symbol of hope
Yeah,
in this place, and he's sort of evolving to be that hero, that people look up to. That can
yeah,
be the arc in this movie.
yeah. Can you
I think
pause?
that
Can you pause for 2 seconds? I think the stream is not going correctly. I'll just stop and start connection, but YouTube saying that connection is weak.
You're stopping the Google
the
Meet thing?
Pardon?
You're stopping the Google Meet thing?
No, 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 no. I'm just stopping the
Oh, okay,
stream.
okay. YouTube. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Joshua, don't worry about Google Meet. Like within
Guys,
5 minutes, Nona Prince will leave.
No, I know.
YouTube
It's
showing me
fine.
that connection is weak. Let me know in the chat if everything is fine. Thank you. Yeah, continue, Manoj.
Yeah, so I was just saying that, having a story where, he's sort of evolving to be this hero, the symbol of hope. Like his initial motivations were just to save people, but he
Yeah,
realizes that, Krrish is like a symbol. And we had a scene like that in Krrish 3, but that
yeah.
was very like forced. It was just in the first scene. He was like, now I'm a symbol of hope. But I would like to see something, where,
My
he sort of
point, my
evolved.
point of talking about this is that we always lose, like BVS. We didn't get enough
Mm.
time to explore Superman. Like
True,
it
true,
was
true.
just plot was
Agreed.
happening and he was getting in the way.
Yeah,
It just felt that, and I think even because there'll be some major stuff. Will Of course we have written more points about the villain than Krish, so I want to
yeah.
put something a little more
Some emphasis on Krrish. Yeah.
concrete about Krish also. Like we don't forget him.
True,
Like, oh,
true.
he's a good guy. That's it. I don't just
Yeah,
want that.
I think the movie did something like that. The movie was like, he's a good
Yeah.
guy, and they just left it
They
at
show
that. We
that.
didn't really get.
I think that scene wants to do that when he gives that kid, that band, and
Yeah,
everyone
but
has
that
that
was
band.
too quick, I think. That
The
was
way
too
I
quick.
see this movie panning out now is like two ways, and this is like just two ways that I can think of. Like
Okay.
one way is the one that we are discussing right now. He's very, uh, he's still learning the ropes and all. He's in like you said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like he's he's still learning everything, and suddenly after he can't save everybody, he realizes he can't save everybody. He tries more and more. Basically he's not cocky or anything. He's still like this innocent superhero. He's still learning the ropes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one way, and afterwards he comes to term with this is like a proper like lifetime thing. He can't mess up and stuff like that. He can't just play it off just like that. He needs to work hard to be better. That is one way of I see like one way to just you know uh, develop his
continue the story.
character. The second way is he's cocky. He has all his powers. He knows his powers. Now the first way is that he has his powers. He will help people just because they don't have the same powers like him, because they can't fend for themselves. So he has to fend for them. That is the first way, right? So second way is when I feel like he is a cocky guy. He's very overconfident, and then sooner or later he makes a mistake, and that's when he realizes, or also the fact that he loses someone who is very close to him. That's when he realizes he can't take this. He can't take this as a joke. He can't take this as just another. Like how I said,
I
copy
think
superhero.
we are going to that Spider-Man thing again.
No,
That
I'm like I said, there's like
Uncle Ben thing. He's being
two
cocky and
ways
all.
you can
Thank you.
play it out like that.
Yeah, so he's being cocky and all.
I like the first way more, I would say.
Hmm.
The first way seems a little bit more in line with the character we sort of established in the Krrish movie, I think.
Like,
Yeah.
he's not a character who will get cocky. He's not at all that character.
Yeah, I mean, like I can't see him like saying one-liners to the villains and all.
Yeah,
Like,
true that.
so that would be a different
There's
feel.
a suggestion in the chat that Ankit Kumar Singh says Chris should have a character arc like Luke in the original trilogy. I hope both
Like
of you
Luke.
have seen Star Wars.
Yeah,
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 I've seen
that's
Star
good.
Wars, yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think of
it's
that?
actually a pretty cool idea.
Nice one, Joel.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that. Like I would like in this movie you sort of become his own. So it's a
Yeah.
bit like Empire Strikes Back, where he's he finds his own sort of metal. But
Yeah.
I think the problem is that the way how the Krrish movie sort of ended, it's obviously going to be a little different. But I think definitely this movie can be a little bit like Empire Strikes Back, and maybe in the next movie you can sort of see him be this this very seasoned superhero that maybe we can also like have other heroes sort of come up.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
he
I
sort
have
of like
I have an idea
become-
for that. I'll talk about it later. I have a pretty good idea for
Yeah.
that.
I like this. I
Yeah,
like this Luke
They are
Skywalker.
trying to reach out to getting sidekicks and all in the movie.
I was thinking to make one of the henchmen his sidekick. Like Striker.
Oh,
We are
Striker.
planning to have only two. So if we are killing Kaya in the process, maybe Striker goes through a change and like. But basically, I'll talk about it in detail when we get to that point. But
And
basically,
dude, and then Striker marries, and his kid and Krish's kid also become like team.
shut up.
Bro,
No.
what
Dude,
if
that's
Game of
amazing.
Thrones-
It'll be like Damien Wayne
Okay,
and
when
Simba.
we-
There's a comic book.
When we come to Striker and Kaya, we'll talk about that time. But let's focus on Krish. Yeah. So I'm not Joshua. Sorry, I'm not with your point of him being cocky. That goes against.
No, I think Joshua was saying that we can take it two ways, so we'll take it the first way.
Yeah. So we are on the motivation, right? Then I think that's the thing, that he has the powers and he wants to, use it for the betterment,
Yeah, I think
following
motivation-wise,
following the
I
steps
kind
of his father.
Yeah, like so that's the only sort of arc that I'm sort of seeing, that he's like saving people, and sort of he sort of understands that this is more than just saving people, and he's sort of evolving to be this hero, the symbol of hope. That's the kind of arc, and everything.
Yeah, I
else
just got
in
an
this.
idea. We are losing Rohit in this film, right? We can say that he's influenced by his father to be a big hero like this, And when his father dies,
True,
he
true.
doubts himself that am I enough, or can I do it now after he's gone? Like we can have a doubting moment with him when he loses his father. So that his sacrifice helps his character arc grow. What do you guys say?
It's a
Making
think
it that he's
that's a good idea.
influenced, or he's influenced by his father. He's motivated by his father. What his father went through, and still he wants to do good and all of that.
So like his father dies, and then Priya's character comes up to Krish and says, she points towards Krish's chest and says that this is all that people have. This means something.
Yeah, the S,
called
the black coat,
hope on my planet.
the eight packs.
Yeah.
Arey, you guys saw the film, right?
Yeah.
Remember when Rohit
Yeah.
knocks on their door in the beginning and he comes out shirtless? Oh my god!
Yeah.
I feel like they just purposely put that there.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That
I mean, I feel like they should blur that portions out. It's not fair for unfit people like me.
and it's quite awkward, man, to just go into your son and
They should
daughter-in-law's
have, like, a fat
room in the
edition.
night.
They should have like a fat edition version of these movies. Where they put CGI and make Krish not in very good shape.
Like
So it
you
gives
mean
hope.
Endgame
Rohit.
Thor?
You mean Rohit?
But I think they put that scene to show the difference between Rohit and how much he went through to act.
I think they just put it for the ladies, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that can be true also.
Or the males we don't judge.
Yeah, we don't judge.
We don't.
They. I mean, even I was a little bit, turned on by seeing Hrithik Roshan shirtless.
Joel,
This is also going to have abs and stuff like that, no?
Yeah.
yeah. Joy D'Souza says new movie shooting starts from Jan 21. Oh my god.
Oh shit! So
I think we are.
we should reach Rakesh Roshan. Oh, we have like 6 months. We can reach him, right? And we can tell him about our idea.
Yeah. I think we should finish Krish 3 and then we start Krish 4 before he starts, and then we can like see, sir, we made a better one.
But maybe the CGI models are already being created right now, like the pre-production stuff.
Probably.
So so Rakesh Roshan, you should stop production. Like tell the VFX team to stop.
Maybe coronavirus helped us.
No, but you never know. It might have maybe amped up the production also because of coronavirus. They probably
Probably not the best thing to say.
True that. I think we are going off trails. So back to the So how do you like this idea of his father being his inspiration?
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, then
It's
let's
organic to the plot.
stick to that. So it will be his belief because he'll have doubt on that.
Yeah.
Inspired from Rohit. His belief to be good, to help others.
I think other personality trait I want to see continue is the use of Bonvita.
What?
Use of
Use of Bonvita, yeah, in the movie.
Use of Bonvita. Okay. Okay.
I like how Nona was like, he thought I had a actual point and he was like so excited for a second.
No, I couldn't hear you. I'm like, oh, I'm missing out some really good point and like Bonvita. Okay. Inspired by Rohit. Okay.
Bonvita, yeah.
Bonvita is very important in this series.
Yeah. Dude, actually, I had a question. Like, was Bonvita mentioned a lot in this movie?
Not really, actually.
I think it
Not
was
really,
a
right?
big
I don't
part.
remember.
It was a
It was
big
only-
part in Koi Mil Gaya also.
And in Krrish also, I think, in the
Yeah.
starting there is. But in this one, I didn't see anything.
They need a big budget to make this film. So they need more brands association. So they get that money.
Yeah.
If you see
No, but I
Ravan
would say
also,
big
they had a band
Yeah, a
of
lot, yeah.
this Volkswagen.
Yeah.
So they literally made
No,
an ad where you remember that scene in Ravan where Ravan is following them and tears the door apart from the car. If you remember that scene.
Yeah.
So they shot an ad for the car that while they were like it is like a BTS video that they are trying to do that scene, but the car is so strong that they cannot remove the this. So they try a lot of things to do that.
Pretty good marketing. I
Yeah,
would say,
so
like,
it was a kind of a behind
No,
the scene.
but because I'm saying that they didn't have Bonvita, so I would say bring back Bonvita for the next movie, in a big way.
So Bonvita is the villain uses Bonvita to make all the children his
What
slaves.
if the villain's weakness is Bonvita?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Because he never got Bonvita as a child.
It would be like it would be like Krrish throwing Bonvita.
Because
at the villain,
Carl was having Complan all his life.
Dude, that
Yeah.
would be
To
that would be
become
even
taller.
good marketing,
It would be excellent marketing, Like, see these ideas, you won't get it anywhere else.
You won't get
I'm just
it.
saying.
Chad, I'm sorry if you're witnessing this. I'm wasting your time here. I just said that and I lost 4 people. Literally, I lost 4 people from this.
Okay, those 4 people were not Bonvita fans. Leave them.
Okay.
They were into Complan.
As soon as you said that, 1 more people joined. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
let's
the
move
Bonvita.
ahead, guys. We're going to this. Oh, it was here inspired.
We should
by-
talk about flaws also, right?
Yeah, let's come to the conflict. No, the pressure of being son of Rohit, a big pressure. We were talking about it. In real life also. No, he's like a star kid. What a star kid has a pressure to be perform on screen, right?
Yeah, true.
So, what do you think of this point?
The pressure of being. See, why is there a pressure though? Because in this, Rohit is just a normal scientist, right?
Yeah. No, pressure is like not society pressure. He himself has a pressure that will he able to live up to his father's expectations, or maybe he live up to what Rohit did as a person in this world.
No, but here's the thing: he wasn't there at the time when he was doing stuff like that.
But he knows the stories, right? He knows
Story.
when Jadoo came and all of that. Then he knows
I
what
would,
he did in
I would
science
think
for the
that
country and
those
for the
stories are
world.
like hush hush.
Yeah.
Like that whole Jadoo thing might be hush hush, right, in the village. Like people, they might not be, telling it to everyone else.
See, the
I don't
point
know.
is that he is a well-known scientist in this film, Krish 3, what they in the
Yeah,
original one,
true, true.
and I think Krish they established that he did some good innovations and all of that. He is known, he's a renowned person.
Yeah,
So of course he had those powers left with him, not the super
yeah, true.
human ability, but in the brain part.
I feel like the whole pressure thing and all doesn't work well if you
And
haven't been around that
yeah,
person
and
for a
I
while.
also feel like Rohit is a very supportive father. Like,
Yeah, it's like he would always say like you don't have to
No,
follow
see,
the
there
something
are so
of
many
this.
times that your parents are supportive. Consider this, how what students do. People are supportive of them. The parents are supportive of them, they appreciate them. But if the marks comes low and if they feel something like this happens, they commit suicide. If they don't get into engineering, they commit suicide. Of course, some many times I'm sure the parents are very aggressive. I can understand that, but many times they are very supportive. And when their children, commit something like this, they're like, why? Like that their life is not over. So I was coming from that point of view. Like of course, Rohit is not putting pressure on him, but he has that pressure to live up to his father. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. No,
No,
I
but then
understand what
the
you're
question
saying,
comes
but
again, like why? Like it's
yeah,
like
and also
see,
like
it's
it's not established in the universe that Rohit, even though he's a very successful scientist, it's not like established in the world of what all he has done and all. Like when the movie picks up, he's just a successful scientist.
yeah.
So I
So
mean, the
if
pressure
you're
point isn't
if you're
really like.
expecting like it's like you can only you'll only feel pressure if you want to if you have been around that person, like he has not ever since like childhood he has not been around his father, so he doesn't he has only heard stories of what he has done and all that.
Yeah, like, and the
Okay,
stories also would be like, he jumped really high in the
yeah.
basketball court.
Exactly. He cooked an alien, he cooked an alien, what he smoked we don't know, but that's my point, like you need to be around a person to feel that that pressure, like I have to follow their
Yeah,
footsteps.
I get your point. I get your point. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that makes
And I think
sense.
it's an unnecessary thing also. It's something that we can cut, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have some chats. Oh, we have a lot of chats. I missed all of that. Joel is like Bonvita. Then he
See,
says,
I like Joel a lot, man. Like, I'm a fan of Joel D'Souza.
being a son of a successful scientist. I think again
Actually,
that comes
that's
to that
also a
point.
good point, Ankit said.
I didn't read that. He is treated like a god for people. We never get to see that some people think of him as danger. Yeah, I was talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that. No, I was talking about that previously. Good point, Ankit. Thank you for reminding us that when we see him in the beginning, no, like he saves the plane and all that, we see media, how media is reporting it, what they're talking about
yeah,
him,
true,
that
true.
border tension. Like we'll include all of that in the story.
Yeah, and we, I think, talked about bringing the military in and all, like after he saves the plane,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're talking about
like
that.
last time.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, we kind of, and we also talked about having a character in the military who is like skeptical of the Krish character, but then, he evolves to, become like his ally sort of thing. So I think that would be an interesting way to go.
Yeah. Joel says, yeah, Krishna is being removed from jobs. That's also a point. We have to make that point stronger because at the point what they showed in the film that everything is fine. They have a bungalow. Like okay. Can one of you search how much a Indian scientist earn? Can you do that?
I think it'll be like on the books or off the books.
But still, he cannot earn so much that he has a bungalow in Mumbai. You kidding me? And even
Yeah, that,
Depends on what company you're at, right?
no, he's I think works for government, National Institute of Science, something like that. ISRO maybe,
Okay,
but
ISRO
still,
scientist salary that oh damn 1.5 lakh can earn up to annual salary average annual salary is ranging from 1.5 to 6.12 lakh.
that's nothing.
annual salary.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's 1 lakh per
That's
month, bro.
nothing.
That's nothing. And even
No,
Priya,
if he makes 12 lakhs
such a
annually,
reporter, primetime reporter salary,
Sorry?
primetime news reporter salary.
Okay, hang on.
Filmmaker says, bro, we have to learn from Sam Hargrave, who took Extraction movie and how he came to India and filmed it. Locations are not the problem, but technically and logically, how you are filming is important. Okay, but what is that has to do with what you are talking about? I don't get the link.
It says that I don't know. I'm not getting prime time, but like NDTV and stuff like it, apparently I don't know. It's saying over here on Quora, but
Yeah, tell
Quora
me.
is saying like almost like 15 lakhs a month. Apparently, Arnab Goswami is earning like 1 crore.
Oh, Arnab Goswami is someone else only, bro.
Did you see that clip where I forgot who, like, they edited the electricity bill sort of being rise,
Yeah, and
like
his
the shock of the
and
dude,
yeah,
that was amazing.
that meme, the unprecedented, the suddenness of the move, that one, right?
India wants
Yeah, that's so funny, my God.
Filmmaker,
Oh.
I didn't get your like. I got your point. What you're saying, yeah, like we think that our India is backward and we cannot shoot properly. That's not the point. The technical and logically how you shoot it, that's important. But I don't see the point. What it has to do with what we are talking about. Sorry, Joel says, how many years has passed after the Krish movie? We also have to decide that. What is
Yeah.
Krishna been up to
Okay.
for so many?
How many years was passed in the actual movie? Like, did they mention that?
I think they stick to that only 2006 2013, no? So 7 years.
7 years, my
So
God.
I think they stick to that. I don't remember if they have mentioned it, but let's consider 7 years. So we'll not do that, no? We'll keep it 4. They came back, then
Yeah.
they came to Mumbai, then he got a scientist job. Maybe 7 years passed, and he's like locally have help in maybe all of that. So we are not talking the pressure, right? Okay. Yeah, his job thing, no job. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Now, Priya is not a Arnab level person. Like, Arnab is the face of that news channel. Priya is not. Priya is just a reporter. So, considering she earns like, 12 to 13 lakhs per annum, or maybe 15, still that's not enough money to have a bungalow in Mumbai, such a big bungalow in a uh, non-populated area.
So if you think about it, Priya's salary combined with Rohit's salary.
Bro, come on, there's a lot of more things to do.
Bro, this guy is a superhero.
Bro, I used to
What?
live in Mumbai, okay?
Bro, this is a movie about a dude who has superpowers. and
Yes,
you're
but
complaining
we,
about
we
his
need to
salary.
we need to be authentic, right? But still we need to be authentic. Of course he has superpowers. That doesn't mean he's super rich.
I feel like there is some things where,
Look,
Creative liberty.
this is a guy. This is a guy whose mask stays in place, even though there are no, like, sort of connections we can see in his face.
Dude, his father is a
Like his
scientist.
mask.
He made a adhesive that can hold it. Okay? See, bang, bang. See, there.
But what about in the circus, though?
I don't want to
Ankit Kumar Singh says
What
it's
about in the circus? In the
no,
circus, his dad wasn't around.
Ankit Kumar
And still
Singh
the mask
says
fit
it's
in
a
place.
Bollywood. Anything can happen.
So it's a Bollywood. Anything can happen. They can
But we
even
need
live
to
in
break that stereotype.
dude.
Okay,
I still want,
I'm not
I still
saying.
want Nona's answer to, like, how did his mask stay in place during the circus scene in the first Krrish movie?
We only saw him wearing the mask when he wore it in the camera. Who knows? Maybe inside it
Yeah.
fell many times and he was sticking it again and again. Do you
Oh
know
my
that?
God.
It was off screen. It was off screen. Dude, I have answers for everything. Okay. See, my point is being serious. My point is that let's not give them too much money. Maybe they have a good house. That's okay. But I want that money struggle to build up that if he's losing job, that makes sense. We were talking about why he has a job. Like he doesn't need to. Why he's wasting time? He can go and save more people. I'm talking about that point.
No, it's
Yeah.
like I feel like he wants to contribute towards the family. He contributes towards the people
Yeah.
around him, but not towards the family. They love him and all that. They love him for him.
Yeah, he's like the young son, the younger son in the house,
Yeah,
who,
but they don't.
like everyone
but they
else is
don't-
earning, but
Yeah,
he just wants
it's
to
like he
contribute.
feels that responsibility that he also should be like a responsible one. You know the whole norm about the being the I wouldn't say like the main man of the house or the one who's
The
the bread.
bread
Yes,
owner.
yes, that's
The
the
breadwinner.
proper breadwinner. Yeah. So basically, his father is doing that, his wife is doing that, but he isn't. So that's why I feel like it's a dilemma for him that he can't stick a job and all this.
No, that's what I'm
Whether
saying.
he
No, what's the point of him going for a job? That makes no sense. He can save more people. If he's that truthful, is that hopeful, that person who wants to save everyone, why would he waste time? You know, the time he's working on a job to get money which doesn't matter. Okay, just to fulfill his ego that he is the man and wants to get bread. He's
I mean,
sacrificing people.
I mean, it
see,
can be an ego issue, right? Like you can have
we
that.
could also have a scene where after Rohit dies, Krish just looks at Priya and says that, who will pay the installment next month now?
Oh my god.
Texas, Texas.
Okay, two great points. Joel says Rohit and Krishna are working on gadgets. Now, Krishna is also intelligent. We have to remember that.
True.
So maybe
It's a bit
Krishna,
like the Flash
we can
situation.
show that Krishna is working with Rohit, maybe something like that, instead of doing for a job. Let's remove that job part. That's too
See,
cliche,
that is much
anyways.
better.
One thing
That's
you
much
could
better.
do, one thing you
Yeah,
could do is, they're both smart, right? Rohit and Krishna.
yeah.
What if
Yeah.
they come up with something that sells? They can patent it or something like that.
They
It
are
will be much
not the
more
people.
realistic.
They are not the businessmen. They are not businessmen. They'll never do that. They'll give it for
See, when
free.
when Joshua said that they'll come up with something together, I was thinking of like a YouTube channel or something like that, like father son duo.
How to make
But
gadgets. Are do you know that
like
channel
technology.
Hacksman,
You
something like
can
that? Hacksmith.
you can be Krish too, not clickbait.
Like they sell Krish merchandise in the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. They can
No,
work
but
together.
on a more serious note, I like the idea of Krish working as an understudy in the laboratory, like with Rohit.
Yeah,
So he's like learning from his father, learning this. And so when it's like a passing of the torch thing, even in the intelligence area. When Rohit dies, so
yeah.
you'll still have Krish being a scientist in the next installment. I
Yeah.
think that's a nice way, and it's much better than having him like a struggle with not having a job and being fired from everywhere. It doesn't quite fit with this kind of character, I think.
Yeah. I think for that, a great round of applause for Joel. Good one, Joel. Thanks for letting that point.
I feel like I also deserve an applause for saying that point without making a joke even once.
Manoj.
Manoj
No.
isn't fine.
Okay. Next point. Ankit Kumar Singh comes with a great point, man. Maybe they have rented the house and they have to pay rent.
Yeah.
Huh.
See, I'm not sure if the money issue is needed.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't need. Yeah, of course, now we have that. Joel says thank you guys with laughing emojis.
Dude, Joel is awesome, man. He's been rocking it this full stream. We missed Joel for the last one. Now we
Yeah,
have Joel and Ankit Kumar, so it's like fire on
yeah.
the stream.
So I think the rent doesn't
And
work now. That money issue maybe. So he works with his father.
yeah,
That comes under
What if
I
he
don't know
just
what.
sells Krish merchandise
He interns
free?
under his father
working as an
at
understudy.
the lab. Okay. Introvert. What else? He's hopeful.
About
Life.
About life,
What are his flaws?
What
I don't know why
uh,
that's
Too hopeful.
his
He's too
flaws?
hopeful. He's too hopeful.
It's a bit
Too
fun.
optimistic, I guess. Too naive, maybe.
Yeah, naive is a good point because he falls for Kaya's trap, right?
Yeah.
That he doesn't
Yeah,
think
and he
people
could
can be
also
so bad. Maybe that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, true.
He doesn't shake too much once he's angry.
That
Please,
point, man.
we have to put that.
Josh
we
is
have to
after
put
that point.
I do not like. I will freaking just go after the director and everybody. You just do not put that. It's like he has Tourette syndrome, dude. Every time he freaking gets angry.
Bro, he's powering up, man. He's like, how Goku shouts and power ups like that.
Dude, it's like he's an earthquake himself.
Okay. In the chat, guys, shaking or no shaking? Guys, let us know, shaking or no shaking. Joel says trying out his powers, but he's
Yeah, I mean,
already been a hero for so
yeah,
long.
I mean, I feel like that would be a different movie. That would
Yeah,
be like
that's like Shazam. You know how
Hey,
Shazam was trying his
yeah.
powers
I
out.
mean, they could have an in between like comic book tie-in or something,
Yeah,
like
where
what
we
they do
show
usually in movies.
Krrish 2 and where he tries
Yeah.
it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, flaws. Anything else?
Flaws. Wait, I kind of had a point. I forgot.
He has a very black and white vision of the world. Maybe
Oh, define.
Yeah, so you can
like he
say
just
that
looks
kind
at
of
the world
changes when he
in
interacts
someone
with
is
Carl.
good and someone like Captain America before he
Yeah.
Winter Soldier
Oh,
before Winter
okay,
Soldier.
okay.
And he only
That's what I'm
sees
saying,
the
like,
world
so
in black and white. Someone is good, someone is bad. He doesn't see that.
I would like, yeah, and I would like him to change his point of view after interacting with Carl and after,
Maybe not
interacting with
Carl. Maybe
Kangana's
not
character.
Carl. Maybe in future.
Kangana's character, I think.
No,
No, I
maybe
would like him to evolve with that,
no.
sort of
We
to
we
believe
will
because
evolve him. We will evolve him,
yeah.
but not
No, I
that
just feel like
all his flaws are
no,
this.
yeah, but true. But I just feel like Carl and Kangana's character, these are characters that are kind of gray.
Yeah,
Like, so
Kangana's
I would
character is
like,
okay.
yeah. So I feel like when you interact with people like that, you also change. Like your perspective also changes of the world.
Hmm.
So I feel like that would be a nice sort of thing to happen in this movie.
I think which show had that where someone accuses someone of that you only see the world in black and white. There's more to it.
I don't know. I was thinking like from Flash and stuff like that, but there also it's not really there.
Flashes they never go so deep.
Yeah, I mean,
They never go at all.
season 1 was amazing though.
Season 1 was amazing, dude. I
Okay,
don't see
back-
till
back-
season 3. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, season 3 you could see the flaws, but it was still okay.
Season 4 was just like, okay, I'm done.
I feel like Flash and Arrow. It's like whenever Arrow is good, Flash loses it. And the problem was that Arrow was good throughout.
Guys,
Like not
does he has inferiority complex?
No,
no.
He had that in the first film.
no.
Why? He's from a small
Just
town.
wait.
Dude, listen. No.
No. I'm talking about like he's from a small town. Like he's
He
being.
didn't have an inferiority complex. He was still humble, even with his friends and all that.
No, I'm talking about with his wife. Like he feels like he's a letdown for
Nah.
something like that.
No.
Nah, how can he be a letdown? Like look
Yeah,
at himself in the mirror, and he'll be like, "How can I be a letdown?"
No, not in that way, man. Jen is in the chat, guys. He says no. Bro, you can
Yeah,
join
please,
us.
Jay
You can
also.
join us. Link is in the group.
Yeah, Jay.
You can join
us,
us, say no and leave. You can do that if you want. Anand Mohan says, welcome. He's someone new. I have not seen him in the chat before. Existential crisis. Anand Mohan watched Naal, the Marathi movie. It's on Z5. There you'll see existential crisis, the real existential crisis.
Nona, can I get your Z5 user ID and password?
Dude, I got it free because I had Airtel. I'm using that 1 month free thing.
Oh my God, Jay Nair is all over the place.
Jay says, I kind of see what Nona is trying to make. What?
I want to correct that. I kind of agree to Nona now. See, Jay is like he's just trying to make up with the fact that he has a beef with you. That's what he's trying to do.
Oh. But my point makes sense.
No,
Joel
me
says
and
he
Joshua
helped
completely agree
Christ
with that.
Lee.
What are you talking about?
What were you talking about? I almost
Yeah, what is
blacked out.
Inferiority.
Inferiority
complex.
complex.
Oh, yeah.
I think
So
what
I was like, he'll just.
I think what Joel is saying in the first movie, remember, he helps that he was Philippines guy or Chinese guy. I don't know. Maybe from in
Oh, yeah,
Singapore. He helps that guy and
Who
says
gets
you
killed,
are
right.
Krish. Yeah, and he dies off because of him
Yeah.
and his sister.
See, that's one thing I like about the first Krrish movie, that they killed off many characters in that. Actually.
Yeah, like they are very bold in taking steps.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that also makes the villain more cruel and you hate him more.
True.
I think that's
And
the
there's more,
point.
there's more stakes also.
Yeah.
Like, because you're like, oh my god, anyone could get killed now.
Yeah. Joel is on rock and roll today, man.
Bro, this is like Game of Thrones.
Jess says, I agree with Nona. The difference between the bringing up will definitely affect Krishna's behavior. Yeah, so
See, I have always said this, that Jay and Nona are kind of the same person. Like, so like anything that Jay would agree, I would like, okay, Nona will also probably agree with that.
okay. So yeah, my point was bringing struggle into their relationship. I feel like inferiority complex.
Yeah, which me and Joshua are not agreeing with.
But you just said you agree.
No, I don't
See,
agree
I'm
with
trying to put up
We
my
do not
point
agree.
in front of you and giving
Bro,
valid.
majority speaks.
No, I'm giving valid, input. But you guys are
See,
just saying
let
no.
Jo-
You're not.
Let Joel decide. Because
Joel,
Jay and
it's up
you
to
are
you.
saying,
Joel, it's
yeah,
up
so
to you.
Jay
Joel,
and-
see, we are
Joel,
good friends,
we are
right? We talk on
massive
Insta
fans
also.
of you. We are massive
Come on,
fans
Joel.
of you now.
Joel,
Me and Joshua.
Joel, please
So,
come on. Joel,
See,
on Insta we talk,
even Joel
regularly.
said no.
No,
I
Joel
just
didn't say
discovered
anything.
this Joel.
Joel didn't say
No,
anything.
look at it. At 22:37, Joel said no.
No, he's talking about something
that's-
else. He's talking about
No,
something
no,
else.
he's talking about this.
Joel. See, Joel, come on, Joel. Don't do this to me, Joel.
Come on, Joel, say
See,
no.
Joel, I make point. Okay,
Say
okay.
no.
Before you say anything. Okay. He missed it. Okay, let's put it again. Let's put this again. Come on, let's do it. Okay, I'm saying that there should be, what do you say? An inferiority complex between Krishna and Priya. That Krishna is from a small town. He lived all his life there, and now they are together. So there's always some clash between being in a city, going to a party. So there's always he feels little what do you say, left out. Maybe he feels like he is not
Didn't we have that in
the best.
in the first movie?
No, they break
Then
up
he
because Priya tries to use that he is Krishna, he has powers for her advantage.
Yeah, but at the same time, they kind of did have the. It's almost similar to that, no? Like
No,
he
it's not
realized-
similar.
true,
It's
true.
see, it's not
It
similar.
is kind of similar.
I'm not saying that we explore it in the film. Oh, he has inferiority complex, and though it's get normal. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a trait that he feels little like he doesn't feel that he's the best person to be with Priya, or Priya maybe
No,
Priya is not.
I feel like that's really stretching his character.
I just want to have that
Like-
to make him a three-dimensional character. That's my point.
I
Maybe
don't-
he's
I
from
don't- I mean,
town.
see, this is-
He doesn't know the
I feel like
best
that
English.
doesn't-
He doesn't know the best English. Yeah, he cannot go on a stage and talk. Like that inferiority complex I'm talking about. Joel, see, Joel,
yeah.
I'm putting valid arguments. Joel, I'm
See,
putting
I
valid
don't agree
arguments.
with that.
And you guys are
I don't
not
agree
just
with
saying not agree. Okay, give me a point, no? Like why?
See his character. I think the whole. I feel like just because a guy comes from a village doesn't mean that he should have inferiority complex. Like I have known many people who come from like small towns who are much more confident than the people who were brought up in towns or in big cities. So I feel like that kind of goes against how character was written in the first Krrish movie. I can't see him having that kind of a complex to him. I feel like, and when the movie starts, they kind of married and stuff like that.
I'm not.
I feel like
I'm
that's
not just talking about their relationship. I'm saying in general, he feels he cannot go out and talk. The same that we talk about introvertness. He cannot just go out and just talk to people like that maybe in English. He cannot give a speech, so he feels backward. That will connect to audiences also who feel you come to town and cities to work and all of that.
No,
They have
wait,
these
wait,
things.
Wait. But I thought this was just for Priya. Are you like talking
No,
about
I'm
this
talking in
entire
general.
thing?
I'm talking in general. I remember talking about this point last time also. Okay, I'll give an example. I have a friend. I have a
In general,
friend.
I can again sort of understand.
Okay, I have a
In
friend.
general, I can again understand.
I have a friend who came Mumbai. We studied together. He came to Mumbai. He was from Delhi,
Yeah.
and they always talked in Hindi. Now, when he came
Okay.
to Mumbai, we all in class, all the teachers, we all talked in English, and he never participated because he felt, he had that inferiority complex that
Left out.
he cannot
Yeah,
talk in English.
understood.
And I
Understood.
force him, dude, I'll not talk to you until you talk to me in English. When we are just talking, I'm like, talk to me,
And then he never talked to him.
No.
Did we do this in 10th standard?
I don't remember.
Oh,
See,
It was
okay,
the-
I'll say
okay,
this.
okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
got it.
See, I'll say this. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, initially, I didn't agree with the point because you had, you kind of made it seem like this was with Priya,
Okay.
which is why I'm like, this that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But
Yeah.
I can see that as he's becoming more of a hero to the world, it
Yeah.
kind of goes with that arc also that he like has to like communicate. And I think it also goes nicely with I think Rohit before he got the powers, he had this gambling problem, something like that in Koi Mil Gaya. But he didn't know how to speak to people. Something like that was there, I think, in Koi Mil Gaya. So I think it kind of goes with that also. Like, it kind of mirrors that journey of Rohit.
Again, the next point is that he's a misfit. He's a misfit
Yeah,
in the
so
world.
I mean, I would say like I wouldn't want them to lean too much into it. Like I can see that happening, like I can see that happening in a small way, but I hope they don't like lean in too much to the point where he's a complete outcast and he doesn't know how to talk to people in that way. But I can see him sort of struggling initially to be a hero.
There's
And
a
this is also someone who doesn't have anyone to lead him. Like it's not like he has someone else as a hero. Like it's not like there's another hero in this world that he can look up to and be like, okay, that's how I should be.
yeah.
In many ways, he is like the first hero in this world. So I guess that all kind of makes sense.
See, what
Like,
I'm
in
talking
that
about is
way.
having a subplot where he talks to his father about it. As I said, the party scene that he doesn't go there. Why is that?
Okay.
Like, we make a point, and when we see a small moment between Rohit and him, that why you didn't go, and he explains him like, I feel misfit. I don't feel like I am with these guys. Having that scene with his father, that when I go there, I don't feel I belong there.
True.
To have that conflict in him. That's the point. What do you guys say now?
Now it's on to Josh, I think. I want to listen to what Josh is going to say now.
I don't know at this point.
Josh is in pressure. What does the chat says? Jen Iyer, Mr. Robot, of course, is the best show ever made in the world. Yeah, I love it too. Joel says that's
You guys should do a Mr. Robot episode, I think. Like this, maybe. You
What-
both
what-
should probably do one.
yeah, of course, we'll do that.
I think you should.
Joel says that's addressed in the Krrish movie while he was going back angrily. See, what happened there was Priya tried to use his information that he is superhero, and she brought him to Singapore just for that. That was the problem. That's why he was angry. That she
Yeah,
was using
see,
him. She was using him. That was
Yeah,
the point.
Nona,
It was never the
Nona.
point that he didn't
Yeah.
fit there.
Yeah, but not only that, Nona, like when you first said this point, right? You
Yeah.
made it sound like he had an inferiority complex, but he didn't feel like he was fit for Priya. Which is why me and like I don't know what Josh whether he changed his mind, but that's why one of the reasons why I disagreed with that.
Okay,
But,
I agree. I think it was not.
Yeah, but,
I didn't say
when-
it properly. Now, what do you think? I agree, my mistake.
Yeah, but seeing him, I totally understand about him with the world, sort of seeing himself as a misfit and stuff like that, and so he's sort of evolving to be this hero. That I agree with. That I'm completely in agreement.
Okay, Josh.
No, I agree with whatever he said. Makes sense.
Whatever he said or whatever I said.
Whatever Manoj said.
Okay. Okay, Josh.
So me and Josh are always going to team up now.
Remember those days, Josh? Okay. Jay says, kick these two out, Nona. I agree with you. Ankit says, Tony and Pepper had a relationship struggle. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point, Ankit. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah. But I feel like that was a little bit manufactured because the actor was not available in Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think but then during Homecoming she was again then.
The most
like, they
shocking,
sort of-
the most shocking scene in Homecoming, even after seeing that shocking scene when the bird guy, the Birdman, whatever that character is, Vulture is the father of the girl. Even that was
Dude, that was so good, man.
Even above that is the surprise when Pepper shows up. because I knew I
Yeah,
I
true,
got her from my seat when I saw her. I'm like, oh my god, they got her back. Yes.
Yeah, but I feel like the Tony Pepper thing, that's sort of like, the only struggle there was in their relationship was because of the contract sort of thing. And if you look at it from other way, I don't think they had much of a struggle.
No,
And
they had
I think
struggle,
Tony
but
Stark's
Tony was
no.
indisciplined.
Let me complete.
Yeah,
Let me
sorry,
complete.
sorry, sorry,
I
sorry.
think most of the conflict sort of came was because of Tony Stark as a character, and I think Krish is a much better character. I think, like, in terms. No, I don't mean in terms of character. I mean like a better human being than Tony Stark was initially, at least.
No, I'm
So
talking
I
about.
can't
Yeah, okay, I
see.
got it. I get your point.
Yeah, I can't see those sort of problems coming in with Krish, because I feel like he's a much better human being than Tony Stark was initially, at least. Tony Stark definitely goes on and he evolves throughout his life, like right to his death. But
Yeah.
like that's just my point about
Yeah,
the
I get
relationship
it.
struggle.
I think even Pepper, like if someone else was there instead of Pepper, like who, like Pepper had her self-respect. Like if there was someone else, oh, Tony
Yeah.
Stark, the billionaire, I'll do anything to be with him. Like she was not that kind
True.
of a girl. I think that's what
Basically, if
attracted
it was someone
Tony.
like me, then Tony would have been.
Okay, moving on. Jay says I still had complex when I talked to Manoj. Oh,
My
whoa,
God.
whoa.
Shots fired.
Ankit says I agree with Nona.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Joel says I think when he becomes Krish, he feels that he needed to be a misfit. What? I think when he becomes Krish, he feels that he needed to be a misfit. Okay, that he has to be a misfit to be a Krish. That's his point. But what I was saying that he doesn't belong. He feels like he belongs out there alone with the mask.
Hmm.
Ankit Kumar says
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is the best, not Mr. Robot. I disagree, bro. But I have not seen Breaking Bad. Until then, Mr.
I
Robot is on top.
Wait. Okay, that's interesting because I've only seen Breaking Bad. I've not seen Mr. Robot.
Good.
And I think Breaking Bad is one of the best series. So, so I'll have to watch Mr. Robot now.
Okay,
You know?
okay. Then JNR says Breaking Bad definitely top 5 for me for sure and top 2 when it comes to finale. Okay, let's focus on the show, guys.
Dude, Breaking Bad finale is awesome.
Joel says also his grandma tells his father's story that she lets him go. Oh, that's a good point. In the film when he wants to go to Singapore, she finally lets him go, like because she also takes a gamble. She lost his son.
Yeah.
Jay says
Now I'm
Tony
losing
is
my
goat.
grandson.
Manoj didn't make me come to Kerala and beat you. Manoj, don't make me come to. I've seen both. Jay says I've seen both, and he says Mr. Robot is
Oh,
better.
stop bragging, Jay. Stop bragging.
Okay, yeah, guys,
You've seen everything.
let's come to the topic now. We are going little off. So, now you guys agree with these 2 points?
Yeah, like
I'm having
I
little
feel like,
rasmalai,
I
guys.
feel like Nona will only end this after we agree. So Joshua, you probably agree with that point.
Don't do this now, guys, please. Now don't make me
Wait, what happened?
like I am oppressing you and all of that.
I know that. No, I agree with that point. I said I agree with the point because especially Krish having an inferiority complex, like because he's dealing with the world and he's not used to becoming a hero, and the fact that he doesn't have any other heroes to look up to, and he's sort of like the first hero of this world. I can totally see that happening, and I want that to happen because in the future, when I kind of see Krish mentoring other sort of heroes that's coming up, so you can see that sort of character arc for Krish.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great point.
So I think we are not doing that coming of age, right? Josh?
I mean, it's a little bit of coming of age, right? Like he's becoming that hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of coming of age, but I think the man is still there a little bit. Is
Then powers and weakness.
powers? I think we discussed about the sun thing.
Yeah.
He gets his powers from the sun,
Yeah.
and he sort of has to charge himself throughout the day.
It's like a solar panel.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you put it that way, bro, it doesn't sound
And
good.
There will be a scene where he powers up an airport in the night,
Technically, Jadoo is the sun of the solar panel. Then
Yeah.
Joel, what are you saying no to? I
Yeah, but
don't
I think
know. No for what, Joel?
no, he's just trying to say your name, man.
Oh,
Nona. So next would be
okay.
Na, and then like I made that same joke yesterday.
Old joke. Yeah, powers. Joshua, your take? Because you were not here when we were talking about
I
this.
like the sun.
uh,
Yeah, I like the sun idea. Man.
I like all the things that he has at the moment, but like again, like limits to like you need to have the sun idea, the whole thing about being the sun and all that, right? Having that.
Yeah, because I like the fact that he's not that powered in the night. So maybe in the last fight, you kind of have it during midnight or during like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Once he's like once the sunrise starts, he gets it.
Yeah. So he's
gets-
maybe like containing the villain. Like he's not fighting him back. He's like sort of, it's
Yeah.
a bit like Real Steel. I don't know if you have seen Real Steel, but in the
Yeah.
last fight, you see him sort of like
Yeah.
like
Even
the
even
robot just defends against the
even
villain.
what is that? Kung Fu Kid Kung Fu?
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you call it Kung Fu Kid.
Sorry. Karate Kid. In the
Yeah,
end,
it's
he
fine.
tries to, waste his time and
Yeah,
then.
because I really want something like that to be there in the movie. I want him to use his brain also in the fight.
I just realized that in Krrish he used his brain. Remember at the end when he enters the complex and he sees he cannot find anyone, and he realizes
Yeah.
everyone is waiting for him, and then he comes from somewhere else.
Yeah, true. Like in Krish, he felt like a much smarter hero.
Yeah, he was smarter.
Than in Krish 3, it seemed like they dumbed him down, and I feel like having him work in the laboratory and stuff like that, it will
Yeah.
really make his character better.
Like he was more of a lifter in the film, like power lifter, and in the Rohit was more of like the brain guy.
Yeah. But I want there to be a bit of both in him, so that even when Rohit dies, it shouldn't be like in the next installment he doesn't know what to do.
We can say
He's like,
his
oh,
weakness is he gets emotional. Maybe Carl uses
Yeah.
the father to get him, trap
thing
him.
about with the whole thing about science and all that, right?
Yeah.
Like you're saying how what's the point? Like the powers and all that, and him being like in the laboratory and all, as like an understudy and all that. I feel like at the same time he should try to figure out the whole. I mean, I'm pretty sure Rohit also did that, but like he also tried to figure out more abilities of his. Because if you see
True.
for every superhero, there is some sort of an origin, right? They're either struck by lightning or they're from another planet, or yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But
So
over
basically,
here,
he's
it's
finding the
like-
extent of his abilities.
yeah,
It's a bit like
over
Man of
here-
Steel, like
Exactly.
like
Over here,
Jordan
Yeah.
sort of tells him, right, to keep
Yeah.
pushing
Here it was just
yourself.
like an alien just got
Yeah.
gave the powers to his father, and from the father it came to him. But like he still doesn't know the extent of his powers. So
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to powers, at the end he could do something like something similar to the movie, but not as like oh my god, I can do this and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can have him
Like-
try something throughout the movie, and he doesn't get it right until in the end he gets it right, a bit like Aquaman, like when he spins that whatever thing.
Yeah.
Like when he spins that
Even
trident.
even like in Shazam, right? They kept
Yeah.
trying like different things. that they
True,
could
true,
do.
true.
So I mean something similar to that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say maybe don't go too much in that because this is supposed to take place like 3 or 4 years afterwards. But maybe he's just trying out a new ability. Like, and
Yeah.
you
No, but
see
what
that
can
throughout
be
the
a new
movie,
ability?
maybe-
But what can be a new ability apart from these things?
In the movie we see now he goes like Super Saiyan, like he flies and stuff like that.
That happens after
Maybe not-
Rohit sacrificed
The
himself.
sun, yeah.
Now
right, right.
we feel that Rohit's
It-
powers have entered him and he has evolved.
Yeah. Which he's trying to do throughout the movie, but it's only after Rohit's death where he gets an extra power, he's able to do it.
This is like an anime series, dude. This is like an anime
Yeah.
character.
Kind of, yeah.
Goku. He becomes
I would
Super Saiyan
say-
after everyone dies. Like the pain.
No, I mean I would say that Krish, he just whenever he looks at the circus, he gets supercharged. That's like his thing.
No, powers as in like it's not in particular he gets a new power. It's in particular he uses
Yeah.
he gets a new power move, as you
True.
a move. Like it's not
Like
like suddenly-
like
like a Super Saiyan, he gets extra powers of telekinesis or something. But instead, for example, it's like he's just trying to learn a Kamehameha, but he can't get that. It's only at the end he finally gets that. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
new move.
It's a bit like the lightning throw Flash learns in season 2.
Exactly.
So
So you could
something-
do it like that because
Yeah.
the powers that he has right now is already. I feel like it's already more than enough. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty superpowered already.
agility, athletic, the super.
No, yeah, that's my
strength.
problem. No, that's my problem. That we already have him buffed, and I'm also thinking about, is there space for this to add this, that he's trying to learn a new power?
I mean, if you think about it, the villain in this series was also freaking really buffed. Like we thought like, okay, Krish is like the most powerful person, or at least in this universe, like Krish is the most powerful person. No one else is there like that. Because even in the previous movie, no one had powers. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this movie. It's like there's this villain Carl, and he has telekinesis powers. He gets those powers.
And he
Everything.
beats the shit out of Krish.
The shit out of Krish. I mean, like,
Yeah.
so, like, I mean, you would think that Krish is buff and all that. They already buffed him up to his abilities, but no. It's only after he got that, Rohit's sacrifice and all, he got stronger and he let out
yeah,
like
true.
100% and all that. So when it comes to him already being buff, I wouldn't really agree because this is the first movie that we've seen that there was an actual super villain, not in the previous film or anything, but in this movie there was like an actual super villain who could actually level with Krish.
Yeah.
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 Okay, the chat is, they're talking to each other only. Okay,
They're
I
like,
just-
I think Jay and Ankit will start a YouTube channel now. Very soon.
Jay says, give him Rock's smirking power from Jumanji. No. Joel says, coming of age. Then no power at night. He's waiting for the sun. Yeah, we talked about
I
that.
would say not maybe no power at night. He still has power.
Like he
but,
drains
like, it's
faster and
limited.
he needs recharge again. Like
Yeah, it's limited.
he
it's limited.
loses his touch maybe.
Because because in Krish, if I remember correctly, the circus scene takes place in the night, right?
Pardon?
So we can't have him have no abilities.
Yeah,
In
of course
the
we cannot
first
have
Krish
no
movie,
ability. Yeah, we do that.
the circus scene takes place in the night. So
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't make much sense if suddenly the next movie. But I think he has powers, but he realizes now that it's not in his full capabilities. It's
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah. He
And
needs the
it's
sun
sort
to
of
come
like
out.
the powers he has. Yeah, it's sort of like recharging, like
Yeah.
a solar panel, like Doctor said.
Joel says adding detective abilities. No man, that's making him too much.
No,
Like
but I
he's
think he's a scientist. No, I think he's a scientist. Maybe not a detective like Batman.
reasoning, but he'll have
but-
reasonings, like to think
Yeah,
on the
he's like
on the tip of his fingers, like something happens and he has to think
I mean,
about something.
I can totally see him do some like forensics work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like
a
some
mix of
scientific stuff.
like okay.
A Barry Allen kind of thing. Maybe
Yeah.
not a Bruce Wayne, but a Barry Allen kind of thing.
Ankit says Krish has better direction than Krish 3. Yes, of course.
Agreed.
And we talked about it in the first part.
Better. Yeah.
Have you seen Deadly Sins? 7 Deadly Sins?
Oh, that's actually on my watch list.
Bro, no, Matt. What are they talking about now? 7. There are 7.
There's also a guy.
So,
There's also a guy
Goku-
called Nona Prince, who said true dat in the chat. I don't know what he means.
Okay, shut up. Goku is better than Naruto, and then they are going about that, Jay and Ankit. Bro, no, Naruto's character development is much better than that of Goku. I agree to that actually.
I think
Actually,
see,
yes, dude,
see, just
that's-
based on what I'm reading here, I think Jay and Ankit will fall in love any second.
You
Like, I
only-
can feel that vibe.
You
from the
only
film.
love Goku because of his transformations. Even me too, I love Goku. But when you compare these two characters, Naruto is better than that. Okay, I watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but both. So I can say Goku has a character arc maybe meant.
As character.
Goku has always been selfish. He has let his family for doing training. Goku has good character arc,
Bro, this
so
is
he has
like
Jay is
flaws.
still going.
Naruto on the other
Jay is
hand
still
wanted. Okay, guys, continue, guys. We'll continue with our thing. So yeah, powers. I think that's it. Let's move on.
I think we talked in detail. Like, it definitely more than what they did in the movie. I think,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I think let's go to villain. Finally, let's come to villain.
Alright.
Oh my God, we have so many characters to talk about. guys.
Villain we kind of talked about last time, right? In great length.
Yeah. So I think we can
Oh my.
be quick now.
Now.
Oh my god, it's almost 2 hours, dude.
That's what, man. We are, I think,
know.
1 hour
We have
30
a
minutes.
podcast recording also after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a podcast after this.
Yeah, so I'll just be quick now. Let's go to the villain. I think we talked about this also. No, his personality traits are similar to what were before. Like, not
Yeah.
something very new. He's hopeful. He's very good to nature. His
He
flaws
loves
would be.
Bond.
I don't think he will have flaws. Maybe emotional.
Wait, how many characters are remaining to talk about?
After this, we have total 6
I just
characters to talk
noticed
about.
something.
Okay,
I
so you
noticed
just
one
finished
thing.
with Krish and Priya, I'm assuming?
We'll do
Oh, we didn't
villain,
do
no?
that,
We'll do the villain. I think this, no, it's autofill now because we already talked about Krrish. So this, Rohit is autofill now, and Priya is also, talked about her being strong character and all of that.
We talked about that, yeah.
I think we'll just fill it up, no?
Yeah.
I feel very
Strong.
offended that Jay in the chat has said Joshua watched Seven Deadly Sins. Like he has not asked me or Nona to watch it. Only Joshua.
Because I've heard it's a really good series, dude.
I mean, like Jay, I'm very disappointed, man.
What are they talking about?
No, Jay in the chat sort of said he said like Joshua watched Seven Deadly Sins. He didn't want me or Nona to watch it,
Because he thinks Joshua can, understand it better. Yeah, guys. Priya, she's strong. What do you say? Reporters have that thing.
She
A
has
camera? A mic?
No, not that, bro.
a sense of finding the truth.
Yeah, that.
Journalism?
No, man. There's some other word for it.
Writing? Reading?
Dude, really.
Listening to music.
Curiosity, the mind with curiosity. What is that word for it?
Intriguing?
Curiosity.
It's just curiosity, dude.
Spelling mistake. Okay.
Oh, I've seen Demon Slayer, I've seen Attack on Titan, I've seen Tokyo Ghoul.
Dude, Attack on
I haven't
Titan is
seen-
the best thing, bro. We need to talk about it.
I haven't seen Haikyuu. I have seen.
Okay, Joel says critical thinking, which I think is a good personality trait.
What?
Critical thinking.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's what I think. That's what I meant.
That kind of goes with
Critical
curiosity, I think.
Thinking. I think a beliefs is what that she believes in Krrish.
Mhm.
She believes in the truth.
Yeah. Truth, justice, and the Indian way.
What are the flaws? She's maybe too
Flaws.
too quick to judgment or too quick to something. Maybe what do you say it?
No, I think you could also say that she maybe jumps into risks, like without thinking about what it would do.
No,
to her.
that's what I'm saying. What do you call that? Very doesn't think about it fully and just go get
Reckless?
Yeah,
Reckless?
reckless. She's reckless.
Terror, resonance. Yeah, what's that too?
Joshua, focus here.
Sorry.
See, I'm to break the beliefs. No, one of the beliefs I won't like to break those beliefs of our characters.
Okay.
Maybe she believes in happy endings.
Yeah, you're trying to make it like Hamtum or something now.
No.
Oh, Weathering with You also. That was amazing. I'm
Weathering
sorry,
with-
I
I've not
didn't-
seen Weathering with You, man. I hate it. I had an opportunity to watch it in a theater and I missed it. I saw this, your name. Yeah, guys, beliefs. What are her beliefs? She believes in truth. She'll not do fake journalism and all of that. Of course, that comes into truth only.
She's against screaming in news debates.
Okay, that comes in truth, man. No faking and all of that. No, what else? Come on, man. What is her character? Guys, chat, help me.
They're discussing about animated like, silent voice.
Oh my god, they are gone on a
I will,
tangent.
say
Like,
it's, I will say it's a balance, silent voice and your name. I can't pick between the two. But as for Priya's character, we're talking about flaws.
Joel says cannot critique Krrish actions. What does he mean that
so
she's
she always sees
partial,
the good
bias?
side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
the good
biased.
side of Krish's actions. But I don't know how we would play that in the movie though.
She's a bold lady. Filmmaker says she's a bold. I think we said strong, no? I think that covers it. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, guys, let me know
No,
more.
I would say, see, this is what I would say. Like in this film, I think this is what we're going to cover of a character. I don't see anything else being covered in this
No,
rewrite that
let's
we're doing.
we cover it fully or not, but she should have the personality, no? Like I think
Uh,
the flaws can be she's biased for Krish.
can like she's too beautiful be a flaw or something?
Actions. You know, I couldn't even find a good picture for her. I had to crop this out from a scene. Like
In
that's
this movie.
yeah. Like I Google searched Priya from Krish 3 and like couldn't get a single good picture of her.
That's true. I don't think she was there in any of the posters. Which, considering now that she's like an international star, it makes it very less likely that she would return for the next one.
Yeah. Or maybe she will.
But I hope she returns. Like she even
Of course she
like
will
her
not
character.
return. Of course she will not return.
I mean, like even in the Dawn franchise, I really hope she returns. Like if they make a Dawn 3.
Because
What? Guys, hello? Did I lose you guys again?
No, we're
Guys,
still here.
Joshua is mute, I think. Yeah.
I'm still.
Yeah, you're there, right?
Yeah, Joshua's disappointed.
Yeah, so I think let's go to just finish fast Rohit. I think Rohit is very self-explanatory. His flaws are
Yeah.
he's not strong. Maybe he's emotional. It's
Yeah, I mean,
like emotions sway him because
flaw,
he
no flaws. I
agrees.
think would be that he's too naive as a person, right? Flaws.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't think like when like
he
he doesn't think
agrees.
of anyone.
He agrees to give the bone marrow to Carl.
Yeah, true.
Something like that.
Yeah.
His beliefs are again goodness in the world. Maybe he thought he can
Yeah,
change Carl, maybe helping him.
Yeah.
Because Carl is also something came from him, right? He has that
Yeah.
for him. What the hell? Innocent.
Joshua's trying to put an intro music to like whenever he comes.
I would at the end of the stream I would like to share my favorite song in the past sometimes. I love that song, so I'll share it with you guys. I'm sure we'll not get copyright strike for it.
You're underestimating YouTube.
Okay, these guys are still talking about
5
between
seconds.
them.
Jay and Ankit, I can see Jay kicking me out of my own podcast. And bringing in Ankit. Come on now.
Yeah, anything else guys for Rohit?
Jay, we're still doing it, okay?
Okay,
No, I think we sort of covered
let's come to Carl then. Carl and then Kaya and all will finish. I think we'll take 20 minutes more, I think, according to my information. Yeah, so villain, we had a lot of things to talk about, man. So Josh, you start.
Oh my god.
I think lonely is something which everyone will agree with it. Of course, he was lonely.
Yeah, and
He was an
Yeah,
experiment.
we also talked about his mother
are
and
we
stuff like
taking
that.
Yeah.
we're just talking about the characters, right? We are not talking about the story part.
No, but his backstory makes his character, right? So we have to agree on that, right?
What are you eating?
What?
What are you eating? I'm sorry.
How do you know?
We can see it on the screen.
Stream, right?
Oh
We can see it
shit.
on the screen.
Oh shit. Oh, my mother gave me something like that. I'll eat while you guys talk.
See,
Sorry.
that was his plan, okay? He was like, okay, Joshua, go ahead. Talk about the villain, okay?
I said it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Okay, so like villain wise, I feel like yeah, like obviously lonely and all that, but also it's like he wants to be. You know how it's like he wants to see the world and all, but it's like he wants to be seen. Okay, he doesn't want to feel that loneliness. Like, I mean, he tries, but I feel like he doesn't get that, considering again he's lonely, but he wants to be seen by someone, he wants to be seen by other people, but like is too scared of him, or just doesn't want to be around him. I feel like as a backstory or as a personality wise, like history wise, I think that could be like something, for him.
Have you seen Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about like 11, how 11 was an experiment. We were thinking
Okay,
like
yeah.
he's also an experiment.
So like it's like he wanted that, that love and all that, but he never got it. So from then onwards, it's just like hatred towards everybody around him.
Yeah. So
So
you know
hatred towards the world.
what we were talking about last time, no? That we want to make him sympathetic. Like he's not like pure evil, and just you want to hate him. You want to make him sympathetic and give him more than just hate. Like he just hate people. Let's give him more than that. So you're thinking,
Yeah.
he's been traveling around the world because they used to take him to other different labs to test on him. So he has traveled around the world, but he was never allowed to see the world.
Yeah.
So he always heard everything. He heard the beaches, he heard the mountains, he heard all of this, but he never could enjoy it and witnessed it. So maybe he has a wish that when he gets his powers, he want to first visit a beach to feel what it feels like to be on the sand. To add that human element to it. To a person who is limited to his wheelchair, like he cannot move around. What he want to go to a beach? What
Yeah.
he'll have a dream that like that. So I wanted to touch on that. What do you guys think?
I think
Yeah.
we sort of agreed on that, right? And we also
Yeah.
talked about his mother and stuff like that last time.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah.
that later. But before first his loneliness and all, I think that's pretty much clear. And
That's pretty much clear, yeah.
I came up with a scene. I just share with you now how to. It can be an opening scene of the film with his flashback that we see him. His fingers are tied and he's in the car with black mirrors, black mirrors, and the car is parked somewhere near a park in some location, and he sees
Okay,
kids
I see where you're getting it.
and he sees kids playing, and maybe the car's mirror just gets lowered a bit. Maybe he could move his one fingers little, and he could move the mirror a little bit, and to see what's happening. And he sees someone get bullied, okay, and he tries to to save him, and to make a point, he tries to move his finger, and he purposefully kills that person, or maybe not
Yeah.
purposefully, but the person dies, and that's how it starts for him.
I would say not kill a kid on screen, but like
No,
maybe
not on screen, but for him.
No, I would say maybe kill the kid and the kid is holding a bonbit and the bonbita falls on the ground.
bro, that's a killer move. Bro.
Going back
No,
to
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your
Yeah.
point, and it works. If that's how you want to make it seem, then it honestly works.
Yeah. Joel will come to that. I'll talk about your chat that time. Yeah, and we were talking about that the hate he comes with.
Yeah.
Have you seen Naruto, Josh?
Yeah.
Do you remember the character Pain?
Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah, thank you. At least someone knows
That's
that character. Yeah. So
How does nobody? Do none of your friends watch Naruto?
I don't know it. I don't know.
no, he doesn't.
Bro,
Even Varun doesn't. Like he's not into anime.
bro.
Me and Varun would really get together very well.
The the character Pain, like I love that character, and what I want to take away from that is how he justifies his actions. Every villain, he
Yeah.
justifies what he's doing. So he feels that he got the pain like when he was growing up, and now it's a time for the world to go through that pain,
Experience
like a balance. Now like it's their time to feel that pain, and his end goal is to end this world because he wants to free the whole world from the pain. That's his motivation to finish finish the world, to release everyone from this pain. That's his motivation to do what he's doing. What do you guys think? Hello.
I think
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
fair-
No, I was
that's a
thinking
pretty good
about
point, I think.
Yeah, you could actually.
Are you guys processing it or something like that? Is it
No.
so
I mean,
such
I was
a
just
good point?
thinking about it like. I know how you're. This is
I mean,
But
that was a lot of information, like
Oh,
you
no,
said
it
in one
works.
go.
It works. Like, I mean, considering I watched the thing, right? So it works like that, you know.
It works better than what they
But
did, I think, honestly.
it
like in
works.
the
It
movie, it
works.
was just very pure. Like he's just bad guy. That's it.
Mm.
Like
Because
they
he
even
didn't
gave
get
a
love, he's
bad
just bad
guy
guy.
voiceover narration also, like before introducing him.
Yeah.
It was like they were like, this
You
is
know,
a very
Amitabh
black
Bachchan
character.
was the narrator of the film.
Seriously.
Yeah, it was him narrating all those stuff, and we got his backstory from like Amitabh Bachchan. They like I hate when people do the exposition in talking and dialogues and narrations. I always say
Yeah, I
show,
mean,
don't say. Always show, don't say.
don't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it like when especially I watch it now, right? So when I saw that, it reminded me of the CW show opening, like my name is Barry, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
now they're just narrating it.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's paralyzed, right? That we agree on that. That's a good point.
Yeah, yeah.
He wants to wish to see the world. Uh, then we were thinking about not having the whole henchman thing. Instead of that, let's have
Yeah,
just
just
two,
two.
and we'll come
That was
back.
like my favorite one.
Yeah. What do you say, Josh? Do you agree?
I don't know about the henchman thing. I mean, like, if he did have henchmen, it would be okay, like creating them.
No, because my point was to give henchmen, like he has henchmen, but only two, and who are brother sister, just Kaya and
Yeah.
Striker. So we can have them also have a story arc, like going like
And
they're
they'll
not
have a
just there
conflict with
to
each
get
other.
You
beaten
know
by.
what you could do is, you know how he has all this hate, he has all this, he's lonely. He creates
Yeah,
two people to.
that was his point. Because he feels lonely, he created those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that did not work out because he still has all that hatred. So
Yeah,
that's where Kaya and Striker's arc starts forming.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
like
way
what
he
what
is.
we thought was that Kaya would probably be, like in the end of the arc, she would like start to like take a
Rebel.
liking to humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, rebel, and
Yeah, so like this
Striker would
point,
still stay.
like she wants to get when she got touches with humanity. So the basic point, there's a difference of opinion and ideology between Kaya and Striker. So what happens is, how in real world, like nowadays, people are so like whatever they are told, they believe in that. That's the truth. They don't
Yeah.
question anything. So we want to bring that aspect to these characters. That Striker is he stick to his beliefs and refused to go against his own creation. That he's created for something, and
I feel like
that's his purpose only.
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that would like, and towards the end when she dies, maybe there was a change of heart.
Yeah, we can.
So we
show
could
that,
have
yeah.
him be in the next few movies also.
Yeah.
We can have his son with Krish's son.
Kaya wants to embrace her identity. Like, she feels like she's not what she's created, or she is what she wants to choose to be. And that's her, conflict and arc. When he, acts like Priya, she stays with Krishna, that's what she learns. There are scenes in the film also, like that. That was a point for her. So, I think this is pretty much clear points. What do you say, Josh?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, I think we'll go with these. We only had these points, so there were no other things. Chat, what do you think of these points?
Chat is still probably Naruto.
So yeah, we'll come to that point. Joel says that he killed his father, so we'll get to that point. Then Joel says handling the. Jay says stop eating rasmalai, bro. Stop it. Sorry, bro. I
Bro,
finished
you
it.
think
Don't worry.
Rasmalai? Oh, damn,
Yeah.
man. I wish I had some Rasmalai right now.
Joel
I wish I
says,
could like travel. I wish I could teleport or something.
Joel says he's born from hate. I don't think hate, but what Doctor, what was his name? Siddharth,
Malhotra.
not Malhotra. It was Arya, Doctor Arya,
Wait,
Doctor Arya.
who's Siddharth Malhotra again? I know. I know
He's
the
a actor.
name from
The actor.
He's an actor.
Okay. I confused.
Kala Chashma.
It's the
That one.
fuck.
Yeah, so he's not born from hate. He's born from science to evolve. He's an evolved human. That was his point. I don't think hate, but he was of course lonely and like he was the experiment. He was not. He didn't get love and all. So Jay says it was Nagato. Yeah, pain. Yeah, we know that. Then it went on. He just dude, there are spoilers. Don't give spoilers in the chat. Filmmaker is back. He says his character is like never try to irritate him. Just try to make him calm and be a supporter. Whose character are you talking about, bro? I think he's talking about Striker, maybe.
No, I think it's
So
talking
let's-
about
let's
Carl.
pick a character.
It's basically a yes man henchman like that. I'm assuming. Which was already there in the movie.
I didn't get it. What he's talking about?
I'm assuming he's talking about Carl. His character is like never try to irritate him, just try to make him calm and be a supporter. Basically a yes man type of person.
Okay.
Like
Jay
you won't go
says-
against what he says.
Yeah. Jay says awesome. Good guys going. Thank you, Jay. To Nona, Poroma, Dil, he's here. What? You guys are famous?
You guys are famous.
What? Dude, Nona, Poroma, he's here. What? Sorry, I couldn't get you, bro.
I know Jay and I still didn't get it.
Okay, coming back to the point, I think people are liking our points here. And yeah,
One who did choke review. Dude, check the chat.
oh, Cinema Wali is here. Good guy. Oh, I thought Jay said that. Hi, Cinema Wali. How are you? Oh, sorry. I thought Jay is saying that. So, guys, I have shared her videos in my community tab. She's an amazing. She just makes amazing video essays, and the latest one is just amazing. Talking about Black Panther and what's the other film? Oh my God, I forgot the name of the other. The Asian film. You know that marriage thing came out. Talking about the Asian culture. Crazy Rich Family, and so
Oh, Crazy
more-
Rich Asians.
yeah, Crazy Rich
Crazy Rich
Asians
Asians,
and
yeah.
Black Panther, and how she talks about they are not exotic, and how people show these cultures, and I think it was amazing. I love that, and the mic drop at the end. So do guys go check out the channel, and yeah, I actually asked her to join us, and she said she has not watched Krrish, so okay.
I think you're better off.
Maybe next time she'll join us. Carl making inventions. Yeah, we'll talk about that. No problems. You watch our version of Krish 3. That's okay, Cinema Wali. Guys, go do check her out. I've not seen that video, Jay. Yeah, guys, coming back to the topic. Yeah, so you know what he was one thing we talked about, guys, you're there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
It happened before, no? You guys just went away, so I'm like checking.
We didn't go away. We were intact.
Okay. I
Me
take
and
that
Joshua
back.
were
I take that back. My browser crashed. Sorry. Yeah, so I was talking about Carl. One thing I didn't like in the film that he gets irritated very fast, you know. And we
He
talked
just, like,
about that.
kills
He
random people.
all his life he's been on a wheelchair. He's paralyzed. How a person like that can get irritated so fast? He must have a lot of patience. He stays calm.
True.
I think one of that his personality is that he's patience and calm. Josh.
True. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Then we talked
hear me?
about
These
He's
are points
there.
we discussed last week, right?
yeah. Josh, are you there? I can't hear you.
Can you not hear me?
He's there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
there.
Hello.
Say yes, something, no?
Yes.
Yeah, and we were talking about he hates his limitations and he desires freedom. And I think at the end,
Yeah.
I don't want to kill him. I want to want Krish to take away his freedom. So that's why he hates him more. At the end, he takes away his powers. Like power, maybe he takes away his freedom. That's in a way.
Yeah.
So he hates
So,
him
we are
more.
not killing him off,
Yeah,
right?
we
I
want
kind of
to
want
keep
him
him.
to evolve.
Maybe
I want him to evolve and sort of.
Yeah, we were talking about we want to make him like a Loki character, like not the personality of
Yeah,
Loki,
okay.
but that a character that maybe becomes an anti-hero kind of,
anti-hero, like an
and
anti-
someone
yeah.
like that.
True.
Maybe a character like Magneto, who sometimes helps them, but other times he wants
And see, we are also in an interesting place because we killed Rohit's character off.
yeah.
So even though in this he's in this version Krrish is also a scientist, but there will be issues maybe in the future where he would need extra help. So we can have
Yeah.
scenes where he goes back and meets
And-
Carl and
Yeah, and also he's Krish's brother, and when he loses his father, like he is the
Yeah,
one blood relative at least who he has left.
true.
Yeah.
We talked about the harm he caused to other, the pain he causes. We talked about her. Then we come to his family, his backstory. Now here we need to talk about that. We thought of introducing a mother character. So here we have two stories, Josh. That one is that the father used to beat the mother, something like that, and that's why he killed his father for her. But
Okay.
there are two things here. That she blindly supports his son. It doesn't matter to her he's right or wrong, he's doing the right thing or wrong thing. He will support her son like without any problems. And the other is thing that after he kills the father, she leaves, and that's what makes him more this sorrowful or pain. Like he thinks like that. He becomes so negative in his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So
So
there are two
we can
options.
bring her back also in the end.
Yeah. At the end, we
So,
can
sort of being a redemption.
like use her like at the end if she totally supports him, we can show that Chris tried to use her to stop Carl, but she sacrifices herself to show Carl, no, you do what you want to do. I don't want to become a barrier in your mission. We can do that, or either we can do that. Carl still goes forward with his mission, that he thinks his mission is greater than anything else.
And the mother sort of comes back and sort of tries to change his mind.
What you could do is Krish gets his mother at the end battle, wherever,
Yeah,
and this is when Krish is at his lowest, right?
yeah,
And like he's trying
Yeah.
to talk sense into Carl, but Carl is like, no, I won't listen. And like Carl's mother is still trying to, try to get good out of him. So as Carl is about to kill Krish, he could just kill his mother in like your mother comes in between.
yeah,
He kills the mother.
yeah.
I think that would be too much
That's-
soap opera-ish, I think.
I
Mother
don't know.
thing.
You know what I was
I don't-
thinking? It depends on the plot we decide, in the next one.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's
something
it.
like the battle ends, the battle between Krish and him ends, and he takes away his powers. But there's something else also that Carl has planned, for which he brings his mother to make him talk. Maybe like a doomsday device that he has stored a virus somewhere that will go off. Maybe something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
At the end also we can do that. We can talk about it, that there was nothing like that ever, like it was all a hoax,
Yeah.
and he never planted something like that. So maybe something like
Or
that.
we can have the last battle, and like Carl's mother comes and sort of distracts Carl for a second, and Krish quickly just goes and snaps Carl's neck. Man of
That I think I've seen that somewhere. So what I was thinking, let's after the battle, let's have something, because bringing the mother in the battle, it makes no sense to me. So it's better to
No, I mean, I
bring
think
us some.
bringing the mother in the battle, like to sort of redeem Carl's character, makes sense a little bit.
Not in the battle, not directly. Maybe Priya brings her.
Yeah,
You
something
know?
like that. Like it would be like the Avengers when Bruce Banner comes on the bike when New York is like all in like destruction.
Yeah.
We'll have like Priya come.
We can do it
the
before
mother.
the battle starts and after the battle ends. Like after, not in
Yeah.
between. They're fighting and suddenly they show up. I'm not.
Yeah, it would be like in the fag end of the battle, I would say. Like, when they are like, completely down and it's
Do you
just
like this
something
idea
like,
that there's a doomsday device going off, and that's why they want him to talk, and they bring the mother?
I think that see, in the original movie, was there a doomsday device? I
No,
think
no, no. It was always like
I mean,
him
that-
only. So that's
See,
what I
that,
thought. No, that virus thing
kind of-
never came back. Like.
Yeah, true. Like I would say, like go the Batman Begins route, have something like ticking bomb sort of thing, so that it
Yeah.
adds to the intensity.
And
of the
let's not
last
go
battle.
to like the whole world will die. Let's just stick to one city or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mumbai.
Or maybe Carl plans
you
it
can,
that
you can also have a.
we can.
I was thinking you can have. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah.
I was saying we can have
Go ahead,
something like that. The plan is that if Krish goes to save the Doomsday device, that only triggers the device. That it was all a game and Krish only causes that destruction, or maybe the loss of human life.
Maybe. Yeah, that's an interesting.
That's something like
I-
going into next film, like something a baggage he has to.
No,
go
I
with.
was thinking that when like Mumbai maybe when the Doomsday device is activated,
Yeah.
we'll have a shot in America where where everyone's like, oh crap, something is coming, and then they're like, oh wait, it's not in America for a change. Thank God.
You know, I would like to show the destruction battle in America instead of India. Like, you know how the Americans, destruct all other cities. With America also, they destroy America, but they also destroyed Sokovia and all of that. So I think it's time to,
I
destroy
mean,
America
maybe in the next one.
in
Maybe the
Singapore,
next
somewhere
one.
like
Because
that.
I don't think they've got a Indian set like destruction movie. So I would like this to be set in India itself.
No, I'm not.
And maybe the next
I
one.
don't like the destruction thing. It's like too much nowadays.
Yeah. No, but next one we definitely, it'll go to America.
Yeah.
Next one.
Just going to the chat. Joel says the rumor is there will be a time travel in the new movie. Whoa.
Yes, that is my idea, bro, for next one.
Then Joel, thank you.
My idea for next one is like a buddy cop time travel movie between Krishna and Jadi.
Joel says Krish never talks about his mother because he never met her. No, she died the day he was born. She died in labor. So
True. And also the mother had no impact on the genetics. They look the same.
she made him look smarter. No. Look handsome.
Bro, what?
Filmmaker says, bro, in my opinion, in every Indian superhero movie, there should be less songs and slow-mo stunts, also more screenplays. Filmmaker, I'll let you know what happens is, why is this? Of course, there will not be no songs here.
They have to sell
But-
albums, right? That's,
Yeah. So what happens? No, it's all of financial thing. Of course, as he said, sell albums and all of that. Also, no, the slow mo is if you notice, whenever you see slow mo, they have spent a lot of time to design that. So they want to extract everything they could from that scene. You'll see a lot of time there's he just kicks or something, a good move or some special move, and it's all slow mo because they want to take as much amount of it they can take because they have spent a lot of time and money on that shot. And that's a one
and I-
budget issue Indian films have. Yeah, what you're saying?
no, but I have no issues with slow-mos. Like, I think slow-mos look cool.
No.
Go ahead.
Arey, yeah, you're not getting my point. Slow mo is not, of course, in foreign movies also slow mo is there. If you see some action
Yeah.
movies, you'll see that they'll unnecessarily stretch a scene into slow mo.
Yeah, understood.
So because
Yeah,
they have
I get
spent
what
so
you-
much time, they want to make it sure that people see it. See, we have spent money on that. See that shot for more 10
yeah.
seconds.
Understood.
That's the
Like, and it's sometimes slowed down to such an extent where the frame rate doesn't even allow for that type of slow motion to happen.
Yeah.
yeah.
That also happens sometimes. So
Why there are two
Jay
Jay
is just
Nayars in
having
the
fun.
chat?
Jay is just having fun with himself here. He's just waiting for me to come over and start the
Okay,
podcast.
I'll leave him, bro. I'll leave him. Just give us some time. I'm sure Joshua, you also need to leave. I just close this very fast.
Yeah, cool.
Will not make it go. Oh, it's already 2 hours. Sorry, I thought I ended before 2 hours. Yeah, so
See, but, it's
we
keeping now.
were where?
Longer than the theatrical cut of Justice League.
Yeah,
Actually,
we were talking about mother, father. So which
Yeah, mother.
which thing you want to take forward? That is, mother leaves him,
I won't
or his
Yeah, mother
mother
leaves
sticks
him.
I
with
feel
him
like mother leaves him. Nah, mother leaves him.
leaves him
Okay.
as well.
after he
that
kills his
whole-
father.
That whole hatred can be
Yeah.
even more, right?
Yeah, and also that
Yeah.
that
Like, and
it's a mother's issue. This also that if mother had stayed and made him realize what wrong he did instead of leaving her, like it was also her mistake.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I think that's
True,
a good
true.
point. And we can talk about
And
the
it plays
plot,
into
how
the
you're going to take
loneliness.
it, right? If she comes back or something like that.
Yeah. It plays into the loneliness of the characters.
Yeah.
A mother leaving is all perfect.
Yeah, we talked about this. Carl loses his power at the end. We are sticking with that. Now, one other point, we were thinking about is one thing that in the film they didn't do that when he gets his powers, when he gets the bone marrow, I don't want him like he can just walk. Maybe he still cannot walk, but he's using his powers to walk. Like Magneto, that is using that metal. He's moving that metal. He's not moving his body. But now, instead of just 2 fingers, he has the powers in all his hands and feet. What do you guys think?
Using everything.
Like making it more accurate what he does instead of just he can do whatever he wants.
That yeah, sure, man. Like I didn't like we talked a little bit about that. I think. Like,
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time, right? Yeah.
And I think Joshua,
Yeah, we talked. We talked
Sorry?
about the Rohit on his side.
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
also. The-
You know, in the
No,
film
yeah,
they what?
no, I read through all the points.
You know, I was saying no. Okay, I know you read, but I'm saying uh,
Joshua knows English.
okay. I was saying that in the film, what they did was that he just takes bone marrow from Rohit and he just like father. Now you want both the brothers to fight and all of that. Like he doesn't care about his father. What I want to do is instead of that, that Rohit decides himself to give bone marrow to Karl, and you know, in the thought that he may be able to change him. Maybe when he gets his power, when he uses his limitation, he gets the freedom. He will understand life and he'll understand his perspective that killing people is not the right way. What do you guys think? And instead of Karl, no, like he doesn't care about Rohit. Karl wants Rohit to be on his side because he never had someone on his side. Karl thinks that finally he has a blood father and he wants him to be on his side.
I I think you could add this also. Like Rohit gets the thing. Rohit wants his father this side. Sorry. Wants Rohit by his side, his father, actual father, and Rohit willingly gives the blood marrow just to
Yeah.
see, to try to change him. But at
Yeah.
the same time, once he gives this, uh, Carl is still not, getting convinced, and he's still on their war path.
Yeah.
And that's why Carl is very disappointed in his father, and he's still like really angry and like that.
I don't want to get that angry. That's what I'm saying. I want to eliminate that angry, but I don't want him to, kill Rohit or him trying to attack Rohit or something like that. Like in the film, he just leaves him there. Like I don't care about you. I want him to care about Rohit. He want him on his side.
No. Like that, for that matter, then you could do something like, he's saying that, why won't you, love me like your own son and all that stuff. Even though, like Rohit doesn't agree with him, and that disappoints Carl. So Carl's mentality will probably be like, okay, so if you want a son to love, you can only love me and no one else.
Yeah, and then he kills Krish.
Then yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then he leaves Rohit there to mourn his son, and he leaves from there. And that's when Rohit tries to bring Krish back by sacrificing himself. Yeah, that makes sense, man. I think almost even talked about the plot also. So next video, maybe next time it will be faster.
I mean, we always say that.
Yeah, dude, man, I wish we could always do it faster. But when we are writing a story, so guys, personality trait, he's patient.
There's like a lot of makeup on.
I think it is.
They were trying to
it is
make
a
a
good
hit
pay.
with this Joker. No, that's why.
Yeah, but it was.
What are his flaws?
He's got a lot of makeup on.
And I don't want him, I don't want him that heavy suit. Instead of that, I just want him that black coat looks great on him, which is just aided by metal sheets around his hand and legs, which he controls to fly and all of that.
But do you think that because Krrish is also wearing black, do you think there would be like
Or we can
problem?
cover his
Would it be
cover
like-
his jacket with metal, which is white. So he has a white.
His personality is not. He's not patient and he's calm. He wants things fast.
Dude, point was that he's on a wheelchair.
Oh, like that. Okay.
So of course he'll be patient about
Like
things,
it.
right? He'll not just
Yeah.
get angry if something doesn't work. He has been
Also, if someone is against his idea, he will get angry. He wants results, one way or the other, and he wants the results that he wants. Not the result that someone else gets. Something that he wants. That he has put on paper.
one scene I disliked in the film is where when he gets his powers, we get the bone marrow, and the two doctors come in while he's talking to Rohit and he kills them just because they talked in the middle. I don't want him to be that guy.
I still
Who
feel like
just kills
Anupam
people.
Kher playing that role was so unnecessary.
No, that was not
I think
Anupam
they
Kher.
got Anupam Kher
I-
from some studio. he
That was
in.
not Anupam Kher. That was
and
like
they were just
someone
like,
else.
can you
I just
read these
feel
lines?
Anupam Kher is not getting enough roles these days.
I mean, I hear they're making the sequel to Silver Lining Playbook, so he might come in there.
Well, as for flaws, for Carl, I don't know. I can't really. Whole guy is a flaw.
What is Jay doing in the chat, man? Joel says yes. Also, Rohit wants to help Carl. Yes, we talked about it. Forcing Rohit to be with Carl. Okay. He has no legs. That's his flaws for sure. Jay is just going. So, what are his flaws, guys? We talked about it.
I think we definitely like
He
the fact that
hates.
he doesn't like humanity. Is that a flaw?
I wrote that in his beliefs that everyone deserves pain.
Flaws, then you could say what is wrong about the person. But then if his
But
What
his
is his
entire
flaw?
if
personality
everything is his person is I don't want to say he's wrong. Whole thing. Yeah, but if his belief is wrong, then that makes it a flaw, right? His belief is
No,
wrong.
that is our judgment, our morale, how we see him, right? Morally. I'm not talking about that. His flaws is his character flaw. Like, what are his flaws in him? That why he fails? He's one man guy, something like that.
I feel like he fails because he thinks he's overconfident.
We can do that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
He's
very.
overconfident.
That's like every super villain.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I would love to see a supervillain who's underconfident, you know? Like he's like,
makes
I'm not
sense.
sure, man. I'm trying to destroy the world. Like, you know, this bomb might blow up.
Dude, that
Arey,
actually would make a good story.
Doofin's merch in Phineas and Ferb. Have you seen
Oh,
Phineas
that's
and Ferb?
true.
I've seen some
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, he's like that.
Okay, flaws, overconfident, and he won't listen to reason. Is that a flaw?
Yeah, that's true.
He
That,
won't
that's
listen to reason. Like if someone tells him this won't work or anything, he'll be like, no.
But that is very. It's too cliche, man. We are coming on very cliche things.
Bro, it's a okay. You tell me what flaws you can do for a villain. For a villain, mind you, you tell me what flaws.
Chat,
The whole
chat.
Okay, I have a question. What do you think would be the flow of Thanos as a villain?
flaw. He was. Hmm. He
Joel
had no
says.
flaws.
Joel says disability not being a hindrance to him.
I think that's like a strength. Like,
The dude actually had no flaws if you think about it. Like
Maybe-
they actually.
Emotionless.
like
No, see, Thanos didn't have any flaws. He was just defeated fair. Like
and he
It was
had
fair
emotion
game.
also, right?
he had emotions,
Because,
but it didn't.
he cried when he killed Gamora.
No, see, that's the thing. He had emotions, but those emotions did not come when they were battling. Like he would have won, but they had the upper hand. Basically, it was actually fair game on both sides. You know.
No, Thanos
He had
kind
no
of had a god complex. No, he thought what he did is like what he's doing is right.
But that comes in beliefs, no?
That's what he believes. No, that again is
I'm
like you
talking
said.
about like
judgment.
flaws.
Yeah,
Okay, we turned it on Nona.
yeah, bro. It's your word against you. No, but
No, I mean, I
Thanos
just
never
found that to
lied.
be
Filmmaker says Thanos never lied.
Thanos,
yeah.
that's true.
See, the endgame Thanos, no, the younger version, he was overconfident.
Overconfident, but Endgame he wasn't overconfident. Endgame, it's like
The
I
older
said,
version,
he
the
just
older
had to
version.
not-
The,
The Infinity
I
War
could not-
version, I can't think of any flaws in the Infinity War version.
Yeah,
Because the Infinity War version was pretty much a hero of that movie, in a way, if you look at it from a different perspective.
Thanos was right.
Yeah, because he even succeeds in the end, you know.
Hmm.
must
So
have
it's an
flaws,
interesting
man.
dilemma
He
we
must
have.
have flaws.
Not really. Like I feel like
He was a nihilist.
even in Endgame Thanos, I still feel like there was no flaws. He did everything by the book. You know, it was even
No,
the battle was
no,
proper, fair.
bro. Watch my video. Watch my video. You haven't seen the
I've seen
my
it.
Thanos
I've seen your video.
Thanos
I do
video.
not agree. I do not agree.
But you never said that. You said great video, bro.
I will go to the comments now. Hang on.
Filmmaker says Thanos trusted her daughter so much.
But that's not again a
Maybe
flaw,
his flaw,
no?
That's
maybe his flaw is that he has
that,
blind faith in both his Kaya and Striker. What do you say?
no, I don't know. I wouldn't go with
Maybe
that.
because they let him down. No, he thinks that he created them, so they will be perfect like him, but they are not.
How is that
See,
a characteristic?
I just want to say, I just want to like go overboard and just say that Joel, he says a point like about likability for disables as a personality.
Yeah.
Earlier, that disables be not being a hindrance for him and as a personality trait, and I totally agree with that. Like he doesn't see the disability as a hindrance, to himself.
There's another. Yeah, okay, fine.
No, but we talked
That would
about
be a
that.
good
No,
solution.
but he finds this as a limitation to him. No.
That is also there, yeah. But it kind of inspires him to find more, like motivates him to,
No, that's of course his motivation. No, that's his
Yeah.
all motivation that
No,
he's
that can be a
limited.
personality trait, I think.
I don't know. I really can't think of a flaw for a supervillain, honestly. For a villain in general. It's like,
Maybe we can say that
Like,
his
okay,
personality
let's
trait
the
is
only
that.
thing I can do.
Okay, let's pick another villain then. What is the flaw of Heath Ledger's Joker?
Sorry?
What is the flaw of Heath Ledger's Joker? In the characterization,
I feel like even that dude had kind of no flaw. But although I feel like the flaw he had, no, actually nothing. He always believed that he was right, and whatever he didn't care even if something went
Yeah.
out of place. He didn't
Yeah.
care. So
You know,
he
at
used to
the end,
improvise all the time.
just look at how villains lose. He believed that
Yeah, I mean, but
that humans will
yeah, but
turn
that
on
was
each
his
other
belief.
like dogs, but at the end they don't.
Yeah.
He thinks he knows
But
humans,
that
but
was
he
his
don't.
belief, right? That was his belief, right?
No, but that was his. He was overconfident about it. No, again he was overconfident. That
Yeah, I guess.
that was his flaw,
Yeah,
right?
but I guess
If
what we're trying to
if
say
he
is that
was not overconfident,
yeah,
he would have planted a plan B to destroy both the votes.
true. No, he had a plan B, no?
No, even if they like saved both the votes, he should have had a plan B. But he trusted that his instincts, he's overconfident that one of them will
No,
destroy each other.
no, but he had a plan B, na? He had the trigger in his hand, now remember?
No,
He
that
even tells Batman that, yeah, like you have to do everything by yourself. So technically, he wasn't overconfident, actually.
would you say one of Carl's flaw would be like a do or die situation? Like he would not think of a future aspect. He would think only of the present, as in like only a plan A. There is no plan B if something does not work.
And this is very interesting, like we're like, mulling
You're
over
stuck.
all the other previous good villains.
Would,
you know
would
you
that
know
work? Would that
you know
work?
what I was thinking. In general, no, villains are a very active characters, as in they are trying to do something to the world, saving it or whatever. And heroes are reactive; they are just trying to prevent villains from doing something. So that means villains are futuristic. Not futuristic, futurist, like Iron Man. They think about the future. They want to do something to the world. They want to change it. They want, take any villain. They have a future, like except Joker, I would say. All of them have a
No, even
future
Joker
over the
had
world.
a bit of that, I think. Joker like wanted to watch the world burn.
But
Joel says Carl and Krrish relationship as brother. We talked about that. Jay's like waiting for in a food court queue and stuck in traffic made me realize Thanos had a point. Now he doesn't. Now he doesn't.
what if Carl's flaw is that he can't like actually what Gursigana said in the first point, emotionless, but like he can't sympathize with people. He can't like even
That
when
is, I think, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, same thing when he said that. I feel like we just went in circles right now. Came back to the first point.
Sympathize.
Like
Emotionless.
No, but we talked about this. No, everyone deserves pain. He sympathizes. His motive to end the world is that he sympathizes with everyone. That everyone is having
No,
pain and I want to end it.
Okay.
no, but he doesn't see that other
He
people.
doesn't have a human connection with people, you can say.
Yeah,
He doesn't see
it's
the
like how
he doesn't see that pain is necessary in life. Maybe that pain is
Like,
part of
you can
life.
say that while, like, Rohit was naive and all, he's a bit opposite to that, like, something like that.
No, we see.
No, that won't.
Look at
I
his
think,
motivation.
I think-
Look at his motivation. He wants to end the world because he wants to end the suffering, he wants to end the pain. Okay, so he only sees one side of it, he doesn't see the happiness side of it. Maybe that.
I like that idea of not saying human connection, which is kind of similar to what you said.
Yeah, the maybe
Like
what I'm trying to get is that we all, we have happy moments, we have sad moments, we go through pain too, but that's part of life. Maybe that he doesn't see. He doesn't see that,
that's what I'm saying. He's missing the human connection.
yeah.
He's missing the humanity in his life. That can be a flaw.
Good. I have to like.
Yeah, I'm
just
just
go.
wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up.
Okay.
Missing humanity.
He has
So-
you on gunpoint, man. You can't move.
No, I don't.
So you know what? I think we need to work on this. I'm not happy with this. So we'll next part, next session we'll start from here and we'll go with Kaya. And I think okay for the next session,
I
guys.
think. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Say.
Okay. No, nothing. I was like, nice picture of Kaya.
I couldn't find anything else.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
it's a perfect picture, I think.
So
No
okay,
complaint.
for the next guys, everyone in the chat, for the next one, I want you guys to decide who is our striker. Who is our striker? I don't
Why
know
are
who
there
to.
three of them?
See, there are three henchmen. Only one can be a striker. I know this guy was striker, but
Oh, okay.
okay. So this guy is like
No,
superhero,
I would.
like super strength. This guy, I
would
don't know
say-
what he does, and this guy is the tongue guy. So guys, you
Didn't we
need to
have one
vote.
more? Like a henchwoman or something who was the scorpion kind of thing.
What?
Yeah.
We had one more, right?
No, dude, that was
What is
like not
speedster,
counting
right?
her, not counting her.
Okay.
So guys,
But I still
I'll
remember
ask
she just
I'll ask
answered.
into the poll. How should I ask it in a poll, man? I cannot put pictures. So who should be striker? The strong guy,
No, you
the
can put
fire
A, B,
guy.
C, right?
Yeah, I can see. This is A, this is B, this is C. But in a poll, how will I show the pictures? No, that's a problem. I'll see.
You
I'll
can't
see.
put
I'll see
pictures
what
in
can
a
I do.
poll.
I'll see what can I do.
You can put for one picture, right, in a poll. Like
I'll-
not attached to the polls, but you can just put a full
Let's see.
picture
Let's see what I can do. So guys, this is our thing
No,
for
we
the
are going to
next.
discuss about this now.
No.
We're going to
We are
discuss about
not.
how Nona's going to put it in the poll.
Just going through the chat for the one last time.
Jay, I'm coming over, man. We're
Carl
going to do the
and
podcast
Krishna.
now. Oh
He
wait,
can't
can I
do
just
that.
plug my podcast? Also?
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, we're going to do me and Jay. Like you probably saw Jay in the chat now. So we both are going to do a podcast. It's called Nerdistan. We are doing it every week. Every Monday morning, you'll see a new episode coming up. Today we are going to talk about the stories behind the productions of like big franchises. Today we'll be covering Harry Potter and Bahubali. So if you guys are interested in the stories behind the productions of these movies, do stay tuned and do check out our channel.
You're talking about
The link should be in the description.
you're talking about Harry Potter and Bahubali, and you're not calling me. Okay, bro, okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, Jay, you don't dare sleep.
Yeah, guys. So I'll be talking about these three in the poll, and we'll continue from the villain thing because I think we are stuck there. We'll come back to it, and next week we'll start writing the story. So do come join us for that, and guys, say bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Thank you guys for joining again, and stay. I have to talk after this. So
Bye.
yeah, guys. So hey, guys, Nona Prince again here. Thank you for this. It has been a long one this time, and just looking for the chat for the last time. If anyone wants to say anything, Jay says bye. Thank you, Joel, for sticking around. 5-6 people were always there on the stream. All of you can say bye. Thank you guys for sticking around. Filmmaker, thank you for sticking around. Everyone had some great points this time. Ankit, Joel, Filmmaker, everyone really participated, and thank you for that. And we'll be doing this weekly. This was supposed to be every Saturday, but Friday I was little under the weather, so we did it today, Sunday. And yeah, guys, thank you, bye, and see you later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, that was it. Thank you, guys. See you later.